Party's over. Party's over. It's done. Stop dancing. It's over. All right, we're live now. It's no time for fun. It's now to serious business. We're gonna be watching some Fantasy Flight Games live announcements, their FFG live stream of their in-flight report, something they've been doing at Gen Con for years. Ever since my first Gen Con, I've been going to as many as I can, if I can get tickets to them, or if I get generics, if I can get in on time, or if I go to Gen Con, that kind of thing. So I tried to go to these as much as possible. I remember when I was investigating Gen Con, when I was new to the hobby, trying to find out what it is, seeing people post videos about the previous in-flight reports or talk about them. Crazy things like, the Oprah moments where it's like, everyone, check under your seat. Boom, new RPG book. Everyone in the room gets one. Ha! Like, crazy. But yeah, no fun, I'm leaving. Yeah, get out of here, dragon. Stop dancing. All right, let's see. I see the chat on a different computer here. I'm just gotta make it bigger, I think. We have a different setup, obviously. We're going to be doing a little watch party here. We're going to watch it on our screen. Normally we see ourselves on. So if there's any issues with sound or anything, feel free to let us know in the chat. If we're too loud compared to the video when it's playing, or the live stream of the live stream. If the live stream is too loud or not loud enough, let me know and I'll adjust some settings on the fly, and we'll figure it out. But I wouldn't be upset if you guys, if it goes wrong, have open in another tab, the FFG Live Twitch stream, and turn off the volume just in case. But then go there if our stream craps out or something weird happens, and you guys want to keep watching it. You can always go over there live, or just watch it later. It'll be archived from many YouTube channels. I'm sure we'll archive it and stuff after. But yeah, so hello everybody. Welcome.
Yeah, the chat has gone way too fast for us to announce hello to everyone. This is awesome.
This stream is brought to you by our Patreon supporters, and a bunch of them I see in the chat.
Yeah.
You guys are awesome. Thank you for supporting the channel. We're almost hitting not almost, but we're getting there, almost 100 patrons back in the channel and supporting us here, and I think that's amazing.
Yeah, that is amazing.
I just saw that today that we got another one. So thank you, Derek J, our latest Patreon supporter. Thanks for joining the crowd. All right, so let's see here. Hey, Hans. Uh-oh, Hans is up late.
1:30. Wow.
Let's see if Hans can stay awake for another hour and a half. I'm assuming it's only an hour-long live stream. And Joseph from Board Games and Neuromouse is here. Kanjay is here.
I see Justin is here.
Justin? What the hell are you
Hello,
doing?
Justin.
Hey, buddy. How's it going? Long time no see. How you been?
Yeah.
All right. Let's see.
So sorry, when we're looking down, we're reading your chat. Different setup today.
Yeah. we got it on the table in front of us. Try to make it bigger so I can see.
All right.
Justin, who's that guy? Hey,
hello,
Kate.
Yes.
hello. Hey, Jordan. Yeah, Jordan, you were asking. I saw before the stream was starting. You were asking about the Through the Ages. We recently played Through the Ages, the physical game on the channel, and I played the app the other day. And you're asking which one I'd rather play. I'd rather play a human in person always. That's why I like the board game hobby. I spent many years playing online against people on video games. So I'd prefer that, but it's an amazing alternative. I love the app for the quick setup. You can blast through a game super fast. I don't need to set up all the cubes, get around the table. It's obviously a longer affair to play it in person, but they're both amazing. Like, it's awesome that you can play them both, and it's a great version of the game in the digital app. They did a great job with it, for sure. So both ways are awesome. It depends, obviously. Like, I wouldn't say no to somebody who wanted to play in person because I want to play on the app. You know what I mean? So.
The app is good when you have no one to play with.
Well, no, if you want to play with someone online, like,
if you want to play with someone online,
live near you and stuff, which is
sure.
awesome. Or just against the AI quick.
Yeah, and just put some headphones in and yeah.
It's awesome. All right, so what's happening here? For those that don't know, there's something called Gen Con. It's every year held in Indianapolis, Indiana. It's been going on for 50 some odd years. I remember a couple of years ago being at Gen Con 50. Mm-hmm. It started out as a little tiny convention, a bunch of like war gamers and role players, I believe. I can't remember the first, if it was role playing or wargaming or both. I don't remember, but it has been going a long time. It moved cities, eventually hit Indianapolis. It's grown, almost outgrown that city. They're building now new hotels and stuff to accommodate it. They've expanded the convention center to fit it. They even took over the nearby football stadium of the Indianapolis Colts And now in all the rooms and all the floors in that stadium, and including the whole field, there are events and things going on at Gen Con every year. It's amazing. But because of COVID-19 and the virus right now, there is no physical Gen Con. It got canceled. So instead, the Gen Con awesome people that work there have created Gen Con online. And if you want to find more information about that, check out gencon.online. Hit up that website. They are now offering a Discord chat where you can, it's their way of kind of simulating, like, you can come and hang out with people and talk about games and just say hi to people and meet new people and that kind of stuff. Because that's what Gen Con, that's a huge part of Gen Con. Mm-hmm. You just bump into people, walk down the hall, you meet people, you're waiting in line, you're talking to random people. You'll find people that live near you and you didn't even know, and they're like waiting for some event, or you meet somebody in an event where just random people are put together to play a board game, or speed board gaming where you're like sitting down, play this game for half hour, now you're going to move to this game and be taught this game for half hour. I've been a part of all these different kind of weird events. And I've met tons of people from all around the world at Gen Con, and it's an amazing experience. So they've created a Discord server just for that. So that's over there on that Gen Con webpage. They are going to have tomorrow, starting at 12 Eastern, they're going to have a live looking glass, it's called. It's to simulate the dealer hall. I don't know what it looks like or anything. I'm excited to see it at noon tomorrow. I might stream live looking through it. We'll see if it's anything worth looking at. I might just go live out of nowhere. But that is happening tomorrow at noon Eastern. It goes live. It's to simulate the dealer hall. If you guys have never been to the dealer hall at Gen Con, man, it is an overwhelming, ginormous place for board gaming amazement. It is awesome. But you walk in this hall and it's just booth after booth after booth, big booths, little booths, artists, authors, board game retailers, RPG book retailers, clothing, and like everything related to tabletop hobbies is all there, and all these dealers are peddling their wares. And to simulate that, this looking glass thing on the website that's going to launch tomorrow, my understanding is going to collect all of the new stuff, all the companies. My assumption is you'll go to a page, you'll find the company you want, click on that, they'll be talking about their new stuff, kind of the stuff they would be showing at their booth, and then you can click through that and go to their websites and see more information, live streams, and jump in events and all that stuff. There's also events still happening. There's tons of events held through like Board Game Arena, Tabletop Simulator, Roll20, all these other websites, these RPG websites and stuff, through Twitch streams, YouTube streams, Zoom calls, what else? There's so many other streaming platforms, Facebook Live. There's tons of events. You have to get a free badge. You have to go to gencon.online, sign up for a free badge. If you've already been to Gen Con, you can just sign in with your regular account, get your badge. Then you can sign up for all these events. And all the events are like live streaming on all their Twitch channels and stuff. You can register for all those. And you can register for events and just watch seminars. There's crazy stuff that happens in the Gen Con event system. You can go and learn about like ballroom dancing, knitting, cosplay. You can go to panels and watch watch designers describe their design process and their games, and crazy. You can watch live role-playing sessions. Tons of stuff happens at Gen Con. It's crazy. It's just like so much goes on. But they're trying to simulate that in an online form this year. So that's what Gen Con Online is. And this, Fantasy Flight Games, usually the night before Gen Con on Wednesday. They've done this the last couple of years. It used to be held on a Friday, and you would go to the Fantasy Flight booth in the dealer hall, and they would have glass cases showing off all the new stuff you already know about. Stuff they announced the week before Gen Con, stuff they announced the month before Gen Con, 2 months before Gen Con. It's all there, beautifully displayed in a glass case by their booth. And you get to look at it while you're waiting in line to get in their booth, because it's always lined up so far that the fire marshal is there stopping the FFG line from going too far. No joke. No joke. But part of those glass cases are empty, and they have announcement coming soon, little white cards in them. And they would hold the FFG in-flight report on a Friday when I started going to Gen Con, and you'd have to go to this in-flight report or hear about it or be following on Twitter while you're running around the convention, and then you would run to their booth after their in-flight report was done, and they would be putting the new stuff in the glass. So those new games would all be spread out, the components, the rule books, the cards, the dice, all that stuff. The box, the front and back of the box, you could see all that stuff just behind glass. And some of it was available to buy. Sometimes they would do things that you could buy right away, and you could get. And that was pretty cool. So you would see that stuff. But in the last couple of years, they decided like that was probably a lot of work. So they now on Wednesday night before the convention starts, they do this in-flight report where they announce all the new stuff coming from FFG. They kind of talk about stuff that they've been teasing or talking about in the past. And they try to just show off all their new stuff coming over the next, I don't know, year or less. So that's what they're doing here for the in-flight report. So we're going to watch FFG stream it this year. They normally stream it from the show. Like last year, we were sitting like a couple rows back.
Yeah, we're very close.
Yeah, we were like right near the stage watching it live last year in person. And it was being streamed out on the internet. They had, big production cameras. They had guys on crane cameras, like flying around and stuff. It was pretty cool. It was like a pretty good production. That's when they announced Marvel Champions and that Marvel miniature game that I can't remember the name of. Don't remember. Somebody in the chat will know. But yeah, those are the big things they announced last year. They announced that Arkham Horror Final Hour little mini co-op game. There's other stuff last year. I can't remember all the stuff, but
probably some Star Wars stuff.
Yeah, lots of Star Wars stuff. There's always Star Wars stuff, right?
Yeah.
So that's the thing. They'll be talking about stuff from all their different IPs. Maybe they won't talk about stuff from certain IPs, and that's when the fan bases of those games start getting worried that their certain game wasn't shown off. So you got to be careful for that.
That's funny. There was a question from Locator asking, do you have any predictions on what they're going to
No, I haven't been following them close enough, but I would assume based on, there was a Reddit, no, it wasn't a Reddit AMA. It was like an AMA live stream on their Twitch page, just like we're going to watch today. But it was with, I forget his name now, but he was the former head of studio, and he did like an AMA answering questions that were sent in. And one of them was, hey, what's going on with Descent? And he basically said, yeah, Descent sells awesome. We're kind of stopping that line, but we're going to keep printing it so people can keep buying it, but we're going to consider it like a complete product. But we have something big in the works for the Descent line. Where's the countdown? I don't know. I didn't put a countdown. I'm sorry.
There's a countdown?
No, he's just... Oh, sorry.
Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, there's no countdown on the live one. But I'm just going to refresh the page, see if the stream started.
I'm watching the time here, so...
Oh, okay. Yeah, we got the stream up on the page, and we're just waiting for it to start. But once it starts, we'll put it on the background. But they were talking about Descent, something big in the works for Descent. So assumptions are it's Descent 3.0. Maybe it's Descent with an app built in right from the start, like Lord of the Rings, Journeys to Middle-earth.
Mansion Madness style.
Or Mansion Madness, yeah, same engine.
Yep.
Maybe they got something new in the works for that, instead of having a DM. Because you knew in Descent they added that app as like an afterthought. And then when Mansion Madness came out, you're like, oh, that's the way an app would work if you built it together with the board game. And Descent app was like kind of it was an afterthought for sure. But hopefully... Descent 3.0 or Descent whatever it is, or that universe, whatever style game it is, hopefully they don't screw it up.
Oh, there's a countdown.
Countdown has begun. Let's see if we can get it on in the background here. Let me see. It's muted right now, but we got it in the background. All right. So yeah, we'll watch this timer. And
while you're looking into that, Chris is saying there was a book press release that said something about Descent Legend in the Dark, but it was retracted.
Oh, no, I didn't know that.
Oh.
Yeah, I haven't been in any of the groups. I've been so busy lately. I haven't been able to keep up on everything. I was going to take this week off starting from Monday, but I decided to stream some stuff. But I was going to scour all the groups I'm in on Facebook and the Reddit groups and stuff, the subreddits, and try to see what has been leaking lately. Because that always happens in the video game world, too. Right before E3, you can find out almost everything that's going to be announced before a press release or whatever.
Jim's asking, what is the address of their page? It's on their Twitch page, right?
Yeah, it's just twitch.tv/FFG Live, I believe. But just Google FFG Live, all one word, on Google. It'll probably bring you to their Twitch page that way, or Twitch FFG Live. Yeah. Yeah, we're just going to be watching it here, so if you don't want... we're not going to talk over it. That's the other thing. I'm going to try to keep quiet as it's happening. You might hear us talk a little bit. I'll turn our volume down a little bit, but...
Yeah, and then after it's over, we can all discuss.
After it's over, we'll come back the full screen with us, and we'll chat about everything we saw. So if you want to watch it, if our stream is not good enough quality or anything, no offense, take off, go watch it somewhere else. Just come back after it's done, and we'll all chat here and discuss what we saw. I also have a shot without us in it, if we need to get our heads out of the way. If there's something important going on the screen there, I can jump.
And we both also have access to the type in the chat, so if there's something exciting, we can be typing in the chat instead of talking.
There we go. All right. You got it, Jim? Perfect.
Okay, perfect.
My Descent went to the no play box. We didn't care for it much. Yeah, I played it a couple times and it just didn't excite me. It looked all cool when I got into the hobby and I found Descent. I was like, this is going to be my favorite game. But it needed the whole DM thing. And I just wasn't down with that at all. I didn't realize that was needed. I didn't realize it was a thing. And then later they came out with the app, but by then I'd already played so many other games I didn't care about going back to it. And I got it out, I loaded the app, and I started to go through it. Then I realized the rules are all different with the app. So you're going to really know the base game to jump into the new game. And I know they printed rules later to help people with that. But at the time when they came out with the app, I was lost because I didn't know the base game well enough. And I didn't want to relearn that game and then try to find out how it was different with the app. I just said, screw it. I just went to play other dungeon crawlers and stuff. And then now we have Sword and Sorcery out there. And I've played that, and that's like what I feel like I want out of a Descent. It's just like kind of like grown-up Descent, it feels like. A little more complex and whatnot. But there's improvements to Sword and Sorcery that could be made too. It's not the perfect dungeon crawler, not the perfect game. I don't know what the perfect dungeon crawler is, to be honest. I've still yet to find that. But yeah. But Descent's like kind of dated, right? It's been around for like 8 years or so. There's tons of content out for it. I'm not knocking anyone who plays it. I wish I had everything for it, and I wish I played it more, but...
But would that interest you if they rebooted it, made a 3.0 or whatever?
Yeah, that's why I'm waiting. So
Yeah.
I'm glad I didn't get back into it. Like, I pulled it out like a year ago, and I was like, maybe I should do this on the channel and play some Descent. Maybe having some new eyes at it. I'll play with the app. Maybe the app's been better, but they haven't really done much in a long time with it. So, yeah, so... Kanji's asking, have you looked at the Brimstone series? I did. It didn't really appeal to me too much. It looks neat, but it looks dated and it looks like it needs improvements and stuff too. So I don't know about jumping into like, I don't know. I could be wrong. It could be amazing, but yeah.
Joseph from Board Game with Nira Moss saying, fun idea to do this stream. Are you going to do other stuff during Gen Con? I got a ticket, but honestly still don't understand what I'll do with it.
Yeah, I should have. I said it to Mel yesterday. Rory messaged me after our stream yesterday when I was mentioning Gen Con Online. He was like, I want to know more. So I said, we'll go into our private Discord, which I know he has access to, and check. I did put a video in there, like an overview of what Gen Con is. So go find Gen Con's YouTube page. They did a stream last week on like Thursday or Friday. You can find the video. And it's just an overview of Gen Con. It's like an hour and 15 minutes long. They talk about every aspect. It's like a whole bunch of people that work at Gen Con talking about all the things they're offering. It even goes into depth like what charities they're supporting, how to do events, how to sign up for events. There's streams that just focus. There's like an hour-long stream that just focuses on signing up for events and searching the event system. There's going to be a shopping site opening where all the new games are going to be in there, and you can add them to carts and check out, and that stuff should all be in the same spot. 10 minutes, oh my god.
Some talk about Mansions of Madness. Hopefully there's Mansion of Madness stuff in. That would be cool. I like that.
Yep. Raphael's asking, do you like the Sadler's MDS game system? I've not played any Blacklist games. I need to reach out to them, and I was going to ask about Alter Quest. I just found out about that recently, and it's like a fantasy version of that kind of thing. And Street Masters, I've been recommended that a few times. I'm going to look into try to getting those games, if I can, on the channel. But it looks interesting. The only Sadler Brothers game that I've played that I know of is the Heroes of Terranoth. The one that I think their last game they did when they were working for Fantasy Flight Games. Yeah, Heroes of Terranoth. Yeah. That's the last one I played by them. And then I knew they started their own company, Blacklist Games. I've checked out their stuff at Gen Con. It looked interesting, but then I just forgot about it and like never followed up. But recently, people have been recommending to me Street Masters as something I should really look into. So that's a game I want to get on the channel eventually. So look for that in a little while. But that does look neat.
Yeah, Christopher's hoping they say something about Imperial Assault.
Oh yeah, Imperial Assault's another thing they mentioned in that Reddit AMA. Or not Reddit AMA. I keep saying Reddit AMA, but you can do an AMA without Reddit. So an Ask Me Anything stream that they did. What's his name? Andrew Navarro, right?
Yep.
Andrew Navarro, who used to work at FFG. He left, and now he works for Chip Theory Games. He was like head of studio at FFG last year, and he, in that interview, when he talked about Descent, new stuff coming for Descent, he also mentioned the Imperial Assault line was considered complete, and they still sell bucket loads of that. So that is done-ish, but there's always a chance they could do new content based on new Star Wars stuff. But they may reboot that game too at the same time they're rebooting Descent. Who knows? But how they're looking at it now, you can tell since Asmodee has taken them over and they're now like under the Asmodee umbrella and they're just like a studio that works under Asmodee. they've changed how they do things. They're a different company and they work differently. They're not pumping out expansions as quickly as they used to. They're actually seeing if something sells well before they bring out an expansion. Like, how crazy is it that it took this long to get a Lord of the Rings real expansion for Journeys in Middle-earth? And in the past, for like Descent or Mansion of Madness 2nd Edition, you would have had, like, by now, it's been out for since February of last year, you would have had like 3 expansions already. They would have just been pumping it out. It would have been designed actually with like 6 expansions at the same time and play tested and then released over like a year and a half. That's how they usually do it. They like play test the core and like a whole bunch of expansion content at the same time and then release it slowly. That's how they used to do it. But you can tell now they wait. They're like launch a game like Heroes of Tyranoth and they wait and you can tell it feels like it needs an expansion. And you wait, and the sales weren't well on that game. You know they weren't good. And they just went, yep, let's not bother. Which is interesting. That's not how they used to be. They would pump expansions out for it because you could tell they did it all in advance. And then if the game flops, it flops, but all the expansions that they designed still come out. So it's definitely a different company now. We'll see. I'm curious if they got some new IP this year. It was pretty crazy last year when they were like, yeah, you guys ever heard of Marvel? Yeah, we're doing Marvel now. And everyone was like, holy crap, Fantasy Flight Games has done Lord of the Rings very well, in my opinion. They've done Star Wars, like, blown that one out of the water. What else do they have? Even just their own IPs, they make pretty good games.
They did Game of Thrones well.
Oh, Game of Thrones. But, yeah, obviously. I don't even know why I didn't even mention that one. That's like the whole thing that pulled me into gaming was Game of Thrones IP and then finding the board game and the card game. That's what started me in this whole hobby. And you wouldn't see me on this channel. This channel wouldn't exist if I didn't want to show the world like Game of Thrones the board game and Game of Thrones the card game, because that's the whole reason I started the YouTube channel. That's hilarious. Yeah, I totally forgot that. Sent you a messenger. Joseph, PM on Messenger. Oh yeah, I gotta check Facebook Messenger more often. I'm so sorry, Joseph. I never check that. I'm so sorry. I will check.
Thomas found you guys when looking for the Jaws of the Lion. Nice work. Oh, thank you. Welcome.
Jaws of the Lion. Never heard of that. Is that a new game? Is that a thing?
Maybe a new Android LCG?
Oh, no.
No?
No, because what's the company they broke off ties with? Games Workshop?
Oh.
I think it's Games Workshop. Or is it Hasbro? No, it's Games Workshop. One of them owns the Android IP. I forget who it is. But there was rumors that when Keyforge was announced, that's when they lost the Android IP, and that's why they had to kill Netrunner. That's what the rumor I heard was. I don't know how true that was.
Oh, I like that every few minutes they change it.
I need a countdown like this. This is pretty cool. And I'm not even listening if there's music or anything, but that looks nice. Oh, someone's sitting down there with a mask on.
Sorry, Joseph's asking, best way to contact you, PM or email?
Probably email. I check my email every day, multiple times. I just don't. I go on Facebook, but when I go on Facebook, I'm either logged in as myself or then I have my like Rob's Gaming Table page, and those are like 2 separate things that like they're kept separate. So I don't. Even if I'm in Messenger chatting with friends and in my gaming group and stuff, the messages from Rob's Gaming Table are separate. They're not even in the window. So I have to like go in that and go through a separate inbox. You probably know, Joseph. You have probably the same thing, but I have to figure out how to like combine them or something. Yeah, Facebook is a mess with that. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I'm lost when I'm on there. I just don't know what I'm doing with the whole page thing. But
Rory's here. Hi, Rory. Scott says Wizards own Netrunner system. FFG
Wizards,
owns
yeah.
Android.
Oh. Okay. Oh, sorry. FFG owns Android. I'm so sorry. Yes, Netrunner is what I was trying to say. To me, they're the same thing. But yes, the Android IP is FFG. The Netrunner IP is Wizards. And they were supposedly like, when they saw FFG coming out with Keyforge, they saw it as a real threat to Magic the Gathering and the whole like drafting and all that stuff that makes tons of money for Magic. They saw it as a serious competitor, and that's when they said like, okay, we're pulling that IP, or not the IP, we're pulling the system or whatever, the Netrunner license. We're pulling that license from them. That's what I heard. I don't know how true that is, but supposedly when they saw it at like some kind of industry event, they were like, what is this? And Richard Garfield's designing it? Oh, I see what's going on here. That's it. Netrunner's gone. You guys can't use that anymore. Get out of here. So that's what I heard. But I don't know how true that was. But
Buell's here. He was driving, so couldn't make this comment earlier, but Shadows of Brimstone, I was told to start with Forbidden Fortress.
okay. Oh, look. I don't know. I've never heard much about Shadows of Brimstone. I know of it. I've heard it on other people's lists as like a good dungeon crawler, but it's never high on their list. And then I hear there's some kind of like fan-made stuff that you need to play it with, and that just kind of scared me away from it. I was like, so fan-made stuff to make the game better? I already have that problem with Dark Souls. I don't need another game like that. So, yeah, I want a game to be made right the first time. That's what I'd prefer, but I'm picky like that.
So, and then Chris is saying, I thought FFG IP was dead in favor of licensed products.
Well, they make more money. You would make more money as a company if you can get your own IP to sell. So if Descent and like the Runebound universe, whatever that's called, the Terranoth universe, if they can sell those games, they don't have to pay anyone for the license. So they can price the games either the same as normal games or less than and beat out the competition, or just make more profit. So you know they want those kind of games to work. But then again, the Star Wars license, even if you're getting like a sliver of the Star Wars pie, those Star Wars games are selling so many bucket loads of copies and expansions and stuff. They're making tons of money off that.
Conjay says that's a serious hammer that guy has. Yeah, in the background, I don't know if you saw it, but that's one we had.
That's the hammer they actually gave out to the world champion every year. Whoever is the overall world champion for Game of Thrones, a card game, I've been there at Worlds and I've held that hammer. They give out a copy of that hammer to every world champion. I never won the world champion, but I've been handed that hammer and actually have gotten to hold it before.
Wasn't it at Gen Con last year too? I thought it was behind the... we saw it last year, Yeah.
They actually give that as a prize, which is pretty cool.
Imagine having to take that back home on a plane.
So we're going to see. Let's turn on the sound.
Yeah, let's get ready because we got less than a minute here.
Yeah. Let's see if we can. I don't hear any music or anything.
No, still no music yet, so that's good.
All right, so. So hopefully it doesn't blow out your eardrums when they do go live. And if they're quiet or anything, let us know. We'll turn ourselves down. And if we're in the way, I can make us disappear. But we'll try to be quiet during it and try not to make too many comments or anything. Yeah, the hammer was solid and it was heavy. Yes, it was. It is a real hammer. You could kill somebody with it, for sure.
Conjay says, thanks for doing this, Rob. It's nice to watch with friends.
The whole idea of this,
that's exactly.
The whole idea of this is to cheer me up so I'm not watching this by myself bored. And it's way better to watch it in person than after I go outside and I'm talking with friends and people that work at FFG, chatting about the games that they announced and stuff. But this, I would just be sitting at home watching it and kind of like, oh, that was cool. Hey, Mel, look at that.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, here we go.
All right.
Let me know if you guys need to turn the volume up on this or turn us down or anything like that. And we'll try to go a little quiet once it gets going. Just let me know in the chat if you like say, we could turn our mics off too. I think good? Sounds good?
Thank you. I love all these little controls. Yeah, exactly.
Goosebumps on the back of my neck. I have like almost every single one of those games.
Yeah.
Get your popcorn.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the 2020 Fantasy Flight Games In-Flight Report. I'm Chris Gerber, the head of Fantasy Flight Games Studio. And as you know, Gen Con is online this year, which means we can't gather in person and have our traditional event. But as you can clearly see, we are also staying very safe in our studio here in Minnesota. We're all going to be wearing masks during this entire presentation. Obviously, this is not really the way that I would have preferred to introduce myself to all of you, but like a good legacy game, the lower half of my face is just going to need to remain sealed until we can unlock it by defeating this virus.
So, is that a thing then?
And despite the fact that we can't see your faces and you can't see ours, We are beyond excited to broadcast our newest and biggest announcements and show off what we've been working on. So, thank you all for coming and for your love and commitment to this hobby that we all share, which is, of course, tabletop gaming.
No mask on. And he's by
So,
himself.
here at Fantasy Flight Games, we are always striving to innovate and push our games to the next level in art, in mechanics, in player experience. Tonight, we're going to see announcements of some brand new games, some new editions of older games, and expansions for existing games. We're going to be covering just an overview here tonight, and we won't be taking questions during the show, but we will be presenting a full suite of deep dive live streams starting tomorrow and running through Sunday that are going to give you plenty of chances to get your questions answered. So, without further ado, let's get started. And we're going to start by taking a look at what's coming up for our minis game titles. And to do that, I'm going to actually pass this over to John Schaefer, the head of the Fantasy Flight Miniatures game team.
Thanks, Chris. Hi, I'm John, and I oversee the talented team that brings you all such great games as Star Wars X-Wing, Legion, and Armada. My part of the in-flight report will cover the miniatures releases that we have scheduled throughout the rest of the year, and we'll even dip our toes a little bit into 2021. I'm honored to show off some of the great upcoming products the team has been working so hard on, and I can see no real reason to not get started right away. Let's begin with a little game you may have heard of called Star Wars X-Wing. So we've recently updated the points and the hyperspace game mode restrictions for the summer, and no doubt many of you are busy plotting out your next squadron lists and evaluating the pool of hyperspace options. We've also been collecting your feedback on the solo play alpha rules we posted on our website, and we'll have an update to all that content soon. Though the circumstances we find ourselves in have caused some delays, we are filling the fall of this year with a rapid succession of X-Wing product releases spread across multiple factions. So we've already announced the first part of Wave 7 with the Z-Class shuttle, the Lat-I gunship, and the HMP gunship releases. And these ships will be available in September, and expect preview articles on our website for these ships in the coming months. We round out the rest of the wave with 2 additional releases. First up, the TIE RB Heavy adds new firepower and exciting TIE-specific upgrade cards to the Imperial faction. As seen in Solo, this ship adds punch to your Imperial list with a flexible front and rear-facing cannon, a durable chassis, and exciting new pilots and upgrades. Note that this ship is on a medium base, and that the main cannon is a movable part that rotates from the front to the rear of the ship. I think I'll take 2 of those. Next up, we've got the Heralds of Hope expansion, which brings the intense action of the Rise of Skywalker to the tabletop. Updated with new versions of favorite pilots and new paint schemes for the T-70 X-Wing and RZ-2 A-Wing, these put the most skilled pilots of the Resistance at your disposal. I'm hard-pressed to choose a favorite amongst these new paint schemes, but I think that A-Wing paint job is kind of hard to beat. So these 2 new products will be available in October. The next wave of releases takes us even deeper into the Clone Wars with 4 new ships, a pair each for the Separatist Alliance and the Galactic Republic. First up for the Separatist Alliance is the nimble and deadly droid Tri-Fighter. This potent Starfighter uses its maneuverability in a special configuration to outflank the enemy with superior speed and strike at their weakest points. The traditional gray and blue Separatist scheme will make the ship look right at home along your Hyena bombers and Vulture droids. Next up, we've got Jango Fett's Slave One, which introduces the first medium-based ship to the faction and offers a versatile and durable option to the Separatist Alliance. Though this is a Separatist ship, the addition of this renowned bounty hunter adds new illicit upgrades and crew options for both the Separatist and the Scum and Villainy factions. I'm a huge fan of the fire spray, so I'm really looking forward to this one. Next up, on the Republic side, we've got the Nimbus-class V-Wing, which is a precursor to the ubiquitous TIE LN fighter. The V-Wing can equip many of the new TIE-specific upgrade cards introduced in this wave. This ship offers an agile new option for Republic squadrons. Following that, we've got the Eta 2 Actus expansion, which introduces all new Jedi options to the Galactic Republic. The detachable hyperspace ring is an upgrade usable by and compatible with the miniatures of a number of Republic ships. This includes the Delta 7 Aether Spray, the Nimbus-class V-Wing, in addition to the Eta 2 Actus. So these 4 new ships will add intriguing new tactical options and beautiful new miniatures to the Clone Wars factions, and they will be available in November. If you want to learn more about these releases and engage in some talk about the new hyperspace format with the development team, be sure to tune into our X-Wing product livestream tomorrow at 3 p.m. Central. So that sums up the X-Wing releases we have planned for the rest of the year, but expect a number of exciting new announcements on the horizon for products to be released in the Q1 of 2021. We can't wait to see what kinds of squadrons will be built around these iconic ships and the new upgrades that they include. So let's transition from the stars to the surface and talk a little bit more about Star Wars Legion. We've been very happy with the public reception of the Clone Wars factions, and we're very excited about this new era for the game, and also to round out these new factions with exciting new units. We've just released Cad Bane and Padme Amidala, and have a number of amazing releases like ARC Troopers, Inferno Squad, BX Droids, and Clan Ren releasing soon. To add even more thematic and tactical options to your Clone Wars forces, we are rounding out the year with the release of 2 potent force-wielding characters. First up, the renowned hero of the Clone Wars, Anakin Skywalker, is an iconic character to lead your Republic forces into battle. This potent commander gains new force powers the longer that he fights, but Anakin should beware lest his thirst for power become his downfall. Anakin can be assembled in one of 2 striking poses, and the product comes with 2 different head options. I really like the late war Revenge of the Sith depiction of the miniature, and the pose with the 2-handed grip on the lightsaber, it's pretty awesome. So with such an amazing addition to the Republic, we certainly had to bring something suitably impressive for the Separatists. Fueled by his hatred, Darth Maul enters combat with his iconic double-bladed lightsaber, providing a formidable operative for the Separatist alliance. Already a deadly combatant, his Sith probe droids seek out new targets to give him even more of an advantage on the tabletop. Maul comes with 3 menacing pose options, 2 different head options, and 3 probe droid miniatures. I particularly like that the iconic markings on his face are kind of lightly etched into the surface to make painting them a little bit easier to achieve. So, I mean, just look at that miniature. I love how the sculpting team are pushing themselves and really leveraging the benefits of the new plastic supplied on frames. It seems like the quality and options available continue to improve with each new release. So these 2 mighty characters will be storming across the battlefield near you in November of this year. But what of inexpensive commanders and other specialist options for your Clone Wars factions, you might ask? Well, we're glad to announce personnel expansions for these factions that offer a bounty of new options to customize your Republic or Separatist forces. The Separatist Specialist Personnel expansion upgrades your armies with even more specialized droids that fill the personnel slot, including a recon, medical, and worker droid. The T-Series Tactical Droid can be fielded as a unit upgrade or as a standalone commander. In addition, 3 new faction-exclusive command cards invite players to explore new strategies in the command phase. The expansion comes with 4 unique droids that add tactical options and visual diversity to your Separatist core units. The EV Series Medical Droid can keep your commanders and operatives healed up. The PK Worker Droid can repair your droids and vehicles. And the Viper Recon Droid provides useful observation tokens to your units. Finally, the T-Series Tactical Droid adds a much-needed inexpensive commander option to the Separatists and opens up list building to bring greater numbers to bear than ever before. The Republic Specialist Personnel expansion diversifies your squads of clone troopers with additional troops that also fill that personnel slot, including those that improve communications, ones that heal your troops, and repair friendly vehicles on the fly. Meanwhile, a generic commander and 3 faction-exclusive command cards offer even more strategic options. This expansion comes with 4 unique clone personnel upgrades to add new character and tactical focus to your Rebel Corps units. It includes a clone engineer, medic, and a comms technician. In addition, the clone commander has multiple build options and can serve as an inexpensive choice for leadership in your clone army. I absolutely love that variant that has the little hologram projection in his hand. It's so cool. Anyway, get ready for the options and customizability that these personnel expansions will offer in January of 2021. Now that is just a taste of what we have coming up for Star Wars Legion, and we can't wait to show you more of what's coming in 2021 later this year. Be sure to check out our Legion live stream on the Gen Con website this Saturday at 4 p.m. Central for more insight into these new products. Note that Legion live stream will be hosted on the Gen Con Online main stage Twitch channel and not on our normal FFG channel. So we'll make sure to back up the stream on YouTube as normal just in case that you miss it. So let's continue to celebrate all things Clone Wars with something I know many of you have been waiting for. There it is, the start of a whole new era for Armada. Let's dig a little bit into those releases. The Galactic Republic Fleet Starter lays the foundations for your Republic fleets with 1 Acclimator class and 2 Consular class capital ships, alongside 4 V-19 Tauren squadrons. In addition to bringing iconic Jedi and clones into the game, this pack also contains all the essential components needed to play, making it the perfect entry point for new players. This is a new direction for Armada that provides a faction-specific and affordable entry point for the game. Another thing of note is that we've redesigned the ship cards for the Clone Wars factions, putting game-relevant info on one side of the card and all of the fleet building rules on the other side. This allows us to better show off the great new art for these ships, and also it standardizes the card size for easier storage. The Republic Fighter Squadron expansion puts an array of iconic Republic starfighters at your fingertips, including squadrons of Delta 7 Aether Sprites, ARC 170s, and BTLB Y-Wings. Legendary Jedi Knights and elite clone troopers add their skills to the 8 additional squadrons that you'll find here. Much like the Republic Fleet Starter, this pack also provides the building blocks for your Separatist fleets and contains a Munificent class and 2 Hardcell class capital ships, supported by 4 squadrons of Vulture droids. In addition to introducing iconic Separatist ships and characters into Armada, it also provides all the essential components that new players need to get started with the game, like objective cards, a maneuver tool, and dice. The Separatist Fighter Squadron expansion adds a variety of deadly droid starfighter squadrons to your Separatist fleets, including the Hyena-class droid bomber, Belbo Ab-22 starfighter, and droid trifighter. These 8 squadrons can be deployed as standard models, or they can be upgraded for more firepower and have special abilities. The Dials pack makes expanding fleets easy with additional command and speed dials, as well as copies of essential tokens. The fleet starters come supplied with 10 dials, and this pack will allow you to increase your command over additional ships as your collection expands. Finally, the Upgrade Card Collection brings together all of the previously released upgrades in a new standard size card format for the benefit of new players looking to build the best fleets right away, or for veteran players that just want to round out their collections. You can expect these products to be released in December of this year, with more exciting announcements in the coming months for future Clone Wars products that will release in Q1 of 2021. Be sure to catch our live stream this Friday at 9 a.m. Central Time, where we will delve more into what the Clone Wars will bring to Armada. Well, that's my time. From brand new factions for Star Wars Armada to some of the Clone Wars heroes and villains that are the most celebrated. There's so much to be excited about for our Star Wars miniatures games. We have a lot more to announce and to show off. So for the rest of the show, I'm going to turn it back over to Chris Gerber. Thanks, everyone.
Thanks, John. Those are really, truly exciting and awesome. And I know that my son and I personally can't wait for the Armada Clone Wars fleet starters. But now I would like to talk about what is in store for our board games and our card games. So first, let's turn to a game that is undeniably near and dear to our hearts, Keyforge. Keyforge, as many of you know, is a game unlike any other in existence. With Keyforge, each and every deck is unique. No two decks in the world are the same. And all you need to be able to jump in and play is one single deck.
Oh no.
Well, it looks like their stream died.
But it's not us, right?
No, they went offline.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Oh.
See the chat? the chat.
Their chat's
F
freaking
in the
out.
chat. Welcome to Gen Con Online, where everything's going to not work this week. Oh my god. This is awesome.
After the Star Wars stuff, yep, then they go offline. We're done.
Yeah. Board games. We don't care about board games. Use the backup internet connection. You got the important stuff out of the way.
Oh, they can see the chat going crazy there. Yeah.
Yeah. I put it up so they can see it go nuts. That's how you know the internet's still working. The chat's
That's
flooded
true.
there.
That's true.
Star Wars burned it out.
Yeah.
So the Star Wars stuff's cool. It's just they're all money pits. So like I see you guys complaining in the chat. It's crazy how many games there are. So like I've known guys when I was playing like even Keyforge, Game of Thrones LCG, Warhammer Conquest, all these games I played competitively. I met a lot of players that play all the FFG games, and they collect all the Armada, all the X-Wing, Legion came out.
Oh.
Yeah, the stuff's pricey. Are we coming back?
But the minis do look really cool to
Yeah,
paint.
the minis look sick.
For sure. Like,
I was there when they unveiled Legion, saw it on the table with their like sets, the premium sets all set up and everything. I was like, damn, I might get into miniatures gaming because like I see Darth Vader and a whole bunch of stormtroopers like all on the table and like Hoth, all the setup of Hoth all around it. I was like, oh my god, this is amazing, like amazing.
Yeah.
But I just don't play those games. It's like it's a whole hobby within itself. Okay.
Oh, we're back.
And that's the end of our show. I hope you enjoyed everything that we... Just kidding. So obviously, we just crashed somewhere in the vicinity of Keyforge. So I'm going to start over at the Keyforge section, and I will bring us back up to speed. So apologies, and let's continue. So Keyforge, as you may have heard me say, is a game unlike any other in existence. With Keyforge, each and every deck is unique, and no two.
Oh, that
no.
sucks. That sucks. That's too bad.
What is it doing that?
It's just, I don't know, their internet or their streaming
But why is
software.
it cutting out at the exact same point
I don't know.
for them? Yeah, same spot. That's weird.
So, remember that I was telling you that Wizards of the Coast was upset when Keyforge was announced and they took the Netrunner license away? Yeah, those hackers over at Wizards of the Coast are taking down the stream every time they mention Keyforge. That's my conspiracy theory. Let me get my tinfoil hat. One sec.
Oh, Locator says their Keyforge PowerPoint is crashing their stream.
Oh.
That might happen. Yeah, that could be true.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Maybe it's got some video embedded in it that's like crapping it out. It's like killing the computer though. How does it do that?
Just skip Keyforge.
Hasbro DDoS, yeah. Denial of service attack from Hasbro. They're like, no, Keyforge, take him down, take him down.
Rory says, Rob, give the guy a call and show him what's up.
No, my streams
We
go
have-
down too.
we
No,
have that
no.
problem too.
You rely on so many outside forces, like there's how many components in a computer that all can screw you good right in the middle of a live stream. Not to mention the network cable, the routers outside your house. Tons of stuff between me and you that all these little pieces of technology and cables and stuff could all screw up a live stream.
Just gives us time to break back in and
Yeah, this is fun.
and chat with you guys.
This is fun. I wish we could chat during it, but then you wouldn't be able to hear them, and I have them nice and loud so that you can hear them over us, because we could talk after it and
Yeah.
give our thoughts. But the mask thing, they did a stream the other day that they were playing 2 people without masks in the same room. So I thought it's weird, but like you guys were saying in the chat, in Minnesota it's like forced. But how is it forced when you're inside your own office? Like, do you have to? Is that
as long as you're inside.
Yeah, maybe it's like when you're inside it.
Because it's like a building.
Yeah, because I guess it's
not a private residence.
A business. Yeah, maybe businesses like theirs, they have to do it. So I'm curious. Chip Theory Games is in Minnesota. Are we going to see them do the same thing on their coverage that starts tomorrow? That's going to be super awkward watching like 4-hour-long Cloudspire playthroughs and they're all mumbling through masks. I think that's very, very horrible. It's too bad, but I guess it's better than them trying to play Cloudspire like remotely with a bunch of like Skype calls and stuff where it could, sound like crap and whatever. Thanks, Obama. Oh no. It's a business. Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, they should have just streamed in someone's living room. They should have just did it from one of their living rooms.
Buell says, at my work in Washington State, we have to wear masks all the time except when eating lunch.
Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, here it's like you have to wear a mask when you're indoors in a public indoor space. So like businesses are included and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's weird. Yeah, I guess because they do it from their warehouse. It's in their warehouse. They set up like their streaming studio there. And I guess that counts. That's like a business address, so it makes sense. I was just shocked to see it. I was like, it's one guy. He's definitely 2 meters or 6 feet away from the camera guy and all that stuff. So it's like...
Well, maybe because it's live and they're putting it out on the internet. They just don't want to get... they don't want to get in trouble.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah.
I was just thrown off by that. It was like a weird way to do it. Like,
yeah.
You figured they would pre-record his address and just play that live? Like pre-record his address, not wearing a mask from his home, get a nice little setup, send the camera guy there, get the CEO talking, then film the Star Wars guy, get him to go from home, put some nice Star Wars stuff in the background, and film him talking about it. Kind of like in the video game industry they do, right? Like they would get around it that way, is like put it pre-canned, but then release it live. I demand a refund, says someone in their chat. Reboot? Oh, let me see. Yeah, FFG streams, they struggle. Like, I've watched a lot of their streams when they're playing Star Wars stuff, Keyforge stuff, board game stuff. They announce stuff throughout the year like this in that room where they play board games. They'll do, like, a playthrough of... They just did it recently of where is it? Is it showing on here? They did recently the Lord of the Rings Shadows... How do I go... Where's, like, their video link? How come I don't see it here? How do you get... No. Here, maybe. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, click on the logo, I guess. It used to be up at top of their page, you'd see. So, videos. Oh, there's their... Yeah, this one.
Important that
yes.
They do
speak
stuff
with
like
this
this all the
force.
time.
Critical to
They
the
stream stuff like this,
resolution.
and they have
They might
difficulty
know things
sometimes
about what's
watching
going
sound
on.
goes out of
Yeah.
sync,
All right.
Oh, okay.
So
cameras
one
drop, and
success-
the live stream goes out.
We lose.
Yeah, that kind of happens all the time. But yeah, that's they stream a lot from that room and do that kind of stuff. It's kind of neat. Watch a lot of that stuff before. Okay, let's see if we click here. Nope, still not live. FFG dead. Yeah, probably if it is like their PowerPoint or something like that they're presenting, like some embedded video or some video they're trying to play that's crashing the computer or the browser or the streaming software, they're probably trying to edit that file right now on the fly, and they're like calling people on the phone like, hey, marketing guy who's at home right now, you put this thing together, what the hell? Like, did you not test it? And that kind of thing. They're trying to like fix it on the fly. Fun stuff. So, Kanje's asking about Destiny. No. Star Wars Destiny. No. Star Wars Destiny was a card game. So there's 3 miniatures games. There's X-Wing, which is like entry-level miniatures for people, like miniature wargaming. I keep saying miniatures, but it's miniature wargaming. Like Games Workshop has Warhammer 40k or the Warhammer universe. There is, I forget all the names. There's some big ones that get played. Why can I not remember the other one? War Machine Hordes. That's another one that I have some friends that play that. But these big minis games, the one in the line that is competing with those games is Star Wars Legion. That is the game that's directly competing with Warhammer miniature war games. But X-Wing is like an entry-level game to get into that. The miniatures are pre-painted. The rule set is nice and friendly. They've even updated with 2.0. It's very competitive friendly, or easy to organize tournaments, lots of modes. It's just a skirmish game though. It's more of a small skirmish game. By default, you get like 100 points or whatever. You put together your little fleet of ships. You attach their pilots and their weapons and stuff. And you play like a little quick game, rolling dice. You don't need a measuring tape. It comes with its own templates that you lay on the table. If your ship is doing like a bank at a certain speed, you have a little ruler thing for that. Oh. And yeah, Star Wars Destiny is done too. That was a CCG. That was competing with Magic the Gathering, but with dice. And you collect the dice and the cards. And then there was Star Wars LCG that Destiny killed. That was a living card game of Star Wars before that. Oh, they're just going to show us.
Oh, no, they're probably testing to see, and it's going to crash it again.
Wow.
But why don't they just skip this? Like, put it back on the guide. We don't need to see...
Yeah,
if
it
it's
killed
gonna-
it. It.
yeah,
Yeah, you're
it's-
right. Locator, you're right. It's
Yeah.
whatever they're doing on that slide, it kills the stream. That's
yeah,
hilarious.
but just go past that.
Oh, Rory loves Magic the Gathering. Yeah, so Magic the Gathering, a collectible card game. Now FFG's game of choice is that competes with Magic the Gathering, and that collectible nature is Keyforge. Keyforge is their big baby that used to make them tons of money. I don't know if it still does. I don't know how the pandemic has affected that game or the multiple sets that have been coming out. But I know we played it heavily in the first two sets. Like I have... I don't even want to know how much
Too
money.
many.
Yeah, I don't want to know how much money I put into the Keyforge game. But then the third set, I only bought a little bit of it because I was kind of getting burnt out a little bit on it, and there was no tournaments really that I was going to, so I stopped playing that much. My daughter lost interest. And then they announced a new set. I got excited for it, but then it got delayed. Then the pandemic happened. So there's no tournaments to go to. And the tournament play is what drives my love of card games. And if there's no tournaments I can go to and meet people and compete with in person, I don't care about playing a card game. That's just the way I work. I don't know. Or like an organized play style game. When the organized play goes away, I go away.
Vinyl found us through you playing Keyforge.
Oh, sick. Yeah,
Yeah, that's awesome.
I thought so. I have Keyforge decks I haven't opened. I have Keyforge decks I haven't played.
We have
I would-
sets we haven't opened. Like
Yeah, we have some starter boxes that we have not opened. I want to get some of the new stuff. I like these 2 card things you put together for these giant units and stuff.
yeah.
You have to get them both together, and then you put them on the tables like a big, huge, giant unit.
Yeah.
I love that game. I like the designers behind it. They worked on some of my favorite LCGs and stuff. It comes from that same card game department that brings you all the competitive LCGs and the co-op LCGs. Those are the minds that are behind. I know Richard Garfield designed the base of Keyforge, but the guys developing it and keeping it coming to you and coming out with the expansions and the new twists and stuff, those are all the same guys from the same card game department that have been bringing us awesome games for years.
While we're still waiting, Kate's asking, are we planning on playing... Oh,
Are we good? We're back. Hello. Welcome to the 2021 In-Flight Report. No, just kidding. Apologies. We have hopefully addressed the technical issue that we have been struggling with, and we are ready to continue. So, the Keyforge, our most recent set, the Mass Mutation set, features some really amazing additions. The Vault of Dark Amber is opened, and mutations it causes are running rampant on the Crucible. For the first time, there are gigantic creatures, massive mutants that are too big to be contained on a single card and stretch across 2 cards in your deck. There are also mutated versions of existing creatures, including fan favorites like Bad Penny. Finally, added enhancement icons are introduced by cards in this set, automatically granting other cards a unique twist that further makes your deck stand out as one of a kind and may just give you the edge you need. Mass Mutation, as you can see here, is available at your local retailer now. But I know that you want to know what the future holds. And so today, we are proud to announce the 5th set of Archon decks for Keyforge, Dark Tidings. Like all previous sets, Dark Tidings introduces billions upon billions more potential decks into the game, with a refreshed card pool that includes over 250 new cards. With Dark Tidings, then, comes the introduction of a new house, the Unfathomable. This house focuses on controlling the board through exhaustion and placing penalties on your opponent for taking certain actions, making them very taxing for your opponent. They're going to be replacing House Dis, and with that faction, and of course their strong control elements rotating out, it has been an important design focus for the Unfathomable house to echo that control, but of course with a distinct new flavor and feel. Another feature coming with this set is a high and low tide mechanic, giving players mastery over the Crucible's various bodies of water. A new tide token will be included in each Dark Tidings deck as a 38th card, and will have a high tide end and a low tide end. Every deck, including non-Dark Tidings decks, is going to be able to shift this card between that high and low tide for them. The vast majority of cards that reference tide are going to benefit you only when the tide is high, encouraging players to engage in a dynamic back and forth struggle to keep the tide on their side. And while every single house is going to be able to take advantage of the shifting tides that rock the Crucible with the introduction of this new tide mechanic, the Unfathomable has the greatest control, allowing players to gain the maximum potential for their tide effects while denying their opponent their own. Finally, the Keyforge algorithm continues to be pushed further than ever with the introduction of evil twin decks, dark reflections of other decks that exist out in the world that you might rarely find when opening a new Dark Tidings Archon deck. An evil twin deck has a special card back and a name that is based on the appearance and name of an already existing deck. For example, if somebody finds in the world a deck named Televig the Renegade, someone else might be lucky enough to find a deck named Televig the Renegade's Evil Twin. An Evil Twins deck list composition is identical to its normal Twins deck list, except many of the cards are replaced with altered Evil Twin versions of the normal cards, as like you can see here with Taniwa, each with unique and ramped up versions of the the normal cards effect. But these also typically hurt the player using them, making them a really fun challenge to play. So, like Mass Mutation, the Dark Tidings set is going to release with a 2-player starter set, a deluxe deck, and a standard Archon deck, and they're all going to be releasing in February of 2021. Now let's talk about Arkham Horror. One of my personal favorite settings. With Arkham Horror, we have created a connected universe. A universe that we expand and push forward through many different games. Our different development teams here at FFG work together to create a unified universe, with each game thrusting investigators at nigh unstoppable eldritch threats at differing scales, but all coming together to form a single unified world. This is especially evident with our plans this year. This fall, the Arkham Horror line is going to Innsmouth. Innsmouth is an important part of the Arkham Horror world here at FFG. It's a cold, damp, rotting harbor town where dark secrets are shuttered behind closed doors and hidden in the mist. Innsmouth offers us an opportunity to tell a very different kind of story than in Arkham itself, one of mutations and dark shapes rising from the sea and an entire town corrupted by the dark influences of Dagon. We've previously announced the Underdark Waves expansion for Arkham Horror the board game and the Innsmouth Conspiracy expansion for Arkham Horror the card game. And today, we're proud to reveal the 6 Mythos packs that complete the Innsmouth Conspiracy cycle for Arkham Horror the card game. So it begins, the Innsmouth Conspiracy really begins in its deluxe expansion, but then it's going to move forward with these 6 Mythos packs. In Too Deep, Devil's Reef, Horror in High Gear, A Light in the Fog, Layer of Dagon, and Into the Maelstrom. Across these 6 scenarios, a tangled narrative unfolds, pitting the investigators against unseen cultists, the coming syzygy, and the rising deep ones. Throughout their search for answers, investigators will have to search through their memories, triggering
So whatever embedded thing they put in the slideshow for Keyforge, they also put in the slideshow for Arkham Horror LCG, and it just killed it too. So now they're gonna figure out how to skip that slide and start again. Oh man. I was so stressed that our stream would not work properly, and this is hilarious. I didn't expect this was gonna happen.
Yep. I can't believe they didn't test this. I know, right? I feel like they could have done a private test with their own staff
Oh, absolutely.
and make sure this all worked,
Absolutely.
especially for something so big. Yeah.
They totally embedded some multimedia thing, and it's crapping it. It's killing like the streaming software or something. It's like, or crashing the computer. Like they're getting blue screens. Maybe it's that bad. They should prepare commercials next time to fill in. LOL.
Yeah.
The problem is to play those commercials, they need the streaming software. That's why I think it's killing the whole streaming software, else they wouldn't go completely offline.
Yeah.
Or it's killing the operating system, like the OS is just dropping.
Yeah. Oh yeah, sorry, Kate. That's where we were going. Kate was asking before, do we plan to play the expansion for Journeys to Middle-earth?
Yeah, we do for sure.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna buy it at some point from a local vendor, assuming it's still in stock. If it's not, I'll just buy it on the next print run. I was supposed to get it from Asmodee, but I've emailed them lately and just got no response. So I'm assuming maybe that person doesn't work there anymore or something, or they're just, not responding. I don't know. Or maybe I'll get an email shortly. I've sometimes got emails 2 months after I sent them and like, here, no problem, Rob. Here's the game we promised you, no problem. It's like, what? Okay. So yeah, I'm not going to rush on it because I want other people to get it and play it. This time, because last time we got the expansion, played it like the first thing.
All right. Last attempt. We are going to continue to try this one more time. If we run into the issue we've been having again, then we will find a different way to get this information out to you very, very soon. So, picking up where we left off, or at least where I think we left off, so we were talking about the Innsmouth conspiracy cycle.
Oh.
They didn't skip the slide. For sure somebody's getting fired. For sure somebody's getting fired.
Yeah, I think I agree
You can tell he's super frustrated with somebody, and they're like, no, it'll work this time. He's like, all right, one last time.
Yeah, but I agree with Kanjay. Like, stop. The slides aren't working. Just give us the information. If you want to put the video out later on YouTube or whatever,
that's what
once
they'll
you've
do.
checked it.
They'll record it local now, and then just post it as a video later. That's too bad.
No, but they should come back and just.
He is pissed.
Yeah,
for
you
sure.
could tell for sure. Yeah, but they can just tell us. Like, they can just talk through their presentation without showing us the video.
Well, it's also embarrassing. He's like new to being in that role of head of studio. I've never seen him before. I don't know who he is. I don't know if he's worked at the company. I was going to look him up actually while he was talking. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe he comes from another company and he talks a lot. I don't know, but if he's worked his way up in the FFG ranks and now he's head of studio and now he has to talk to the public and his first time with a big audience and it's failing. Like, imagine being in that situation. Like, I would lose my cool for sure.
Well, I understand this isn't how they had planned to do their in-flight report. They had planned to do it in person, where hopefully this wouldn't happen. Maybe it would have. Maybe their stream or their videos would have crashed in person too.
He's now looking for a job. Oh man.
Yeah. That's.
It's Eric Lang's cousin? Is it?
Is it?
I didn't know that.
That's cool.
It's Chris Gerber, right?
Gerber or something like that. Yeah.
I think so.
Garber or Gerber?
Fantasy Flight Games.
Oh, Hans has got to get going. No problem. Thank you.
No worries, Hans. Have a good night.
Yeah, it's late for you, and
Have a
this
good
isn't
night.
working out.
Yeah, I want to see the chat, actually, if they're... Have they said anything?
Well, I feel like
Thanks for your patience, everybody. But I don't know when that was.
FFG.
We're going to record and upload. Yeah, that's it. That's it for that. So that sucks. Like, we can chat about, like... like, none of the board game stuff really got announced other than Arkham Horror expansion that was supposedly already announced. I don't know what else was announced that...
Wow.
Like, no offense, but I don't really care about any of those Star Wars products. I don't collect that stuff.
Yeah.
Keyforge set is cool. An upcoming set. That's awesome that Keyforge is still pumping. So that's a good sign for that game. Yeah, it's Chris Gerber.
But he could have at least came back on the stream and said, because he knows it's working when he's sitting in front of the camera talking.
Oh, yeah. Chris Gerber's been with FFG for 10 years.
Oh, so he's not new. He's just
Yep.
new to this role.
Yep. Supposedly there's an article on FFG that they said they would post. In a tweet, they said they'd post like a welcome article. But let's see if the FFG website...
Yeah, wait, Rabbit, we were just getting to the good stuff. I know.
Yeah, that sucks. That really sucks. Oh well. Let's go back here. I just want to see latest announcements if they put up anything, because maybe it was timed. No. So I was hoping they would talk about Marvel Champions. I was hoping that was coming.
That was likely coming.
And then as you see here, they have unannounced product 1. So they have unannounced product 1 here. An unboxing of a brand new announcement. So this, I would assume, would have got announced during this. They would save it till the end, of course, which sucks that we're missing all the new stuff. Everything else was like... There was new stuff for the Star Wars games, but... so they're supposed to unbox this on January 31st. But usually when they do stuff like this at Gen Con, they announce it first in the in-flight report and then show it off later. Playthroughs, demos, they have guys on the floor showing it off. They have private like press that can play it behind the scenes. And then on August 2nd, they have unannounced product number 2, gameplay of a brand new announced product. So I want to be watching this stuff as a fan. I'm excited for it. But you know they were going to update and put a name in here.
Yeah, well, as long as it's
once
something...
they were done the in-flight report, which is now... crapped out. That sucks. Let's see if the latest news. So...
I mean, I would still probably keep it open just in case,
Yeah,
but I
yeah,
don't think that they
absolutely.
will...
Yeah, they've dropped viewers by like half.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get to just their main page.
Mark is saying, I don't understand why they didn't do this on their YouTube channel instead of Twitch.
They always stream on their Twitch channel, and then they archive it on YouTube later. They used to do it on both at the same time, but I've heard there's like, you're not allowed to really do that, that like it goes against your Twitch, what do you call that when you become a partner or whatever?
Oh, yeah.
Or whatever level it is. There's an agreement that you're not supposed to be streaming on multiple platforms, or at least not YouTube or something. I don't know if that's really in there. I've just heard that as like a rumor. That can like affect your channel on Twitch, and it goes against their agreements. So you're not allowed to stream live on like multiple platforms. But I know people do it on Twitch and Facebook at the same time, and I think that's okay. I don't know, but yeah, I'm not sure, to be honest.
Jim says that he hopes that things are better for Chip Theory Games. He says tomorrow, but that's actually Friday, is it not? Chip Theory Games, I think, is on Friday.
Well, Chip Theory Games is doing live streaming all week.
But they're doing,
our stream
with
of
them,
their new announced project is on Friday. I have the stream scheduled for 5:30 p.m. Eastern. We're going to do the same thing.
Yep.
We're going to do a watch party. We're going to watch the Chip Theory Games talk about their new Kickstarter 2020 project coming later this fall. Something to do with mechs, and they've been teasing stuff. I don't know. We'll talk about all the teaser stuff before the stream starts. We'll go through everything they've teased. They teased something new today. It's all just like marketing stuff, like from the theme of the game, I guess, but it doesn't really give away much. But it probably does. Like once we see it, some of those hints will make sense, I bet. But that's happening Friday. Tomorrow I'm doing a stream like this. We're going to try it after day 1 of Gen Con, where we just talk about everything that we saw today, or Thursday, tomorrow, on the first official day of Gen Con. We're going to talk about anything that was announced, because usually on the Thursday is when all the big announcements happen, all the new games happen. We can chat more about what FFG posts, because that we'll watch probably later tonight or tomorrow. So we can meet tomorrow. I have the stream already scheduled. Hit up the main page, set a reminder. So I have 2 more Gen Con streams scheduled so far that we'll do like this little watch party kind of chats. But tomorrow we'll just do a chat where we just go through. So if you guys see anything cool, any new game announcements from any publishers or game designers that you know of that we might be interested in, bring it in the chat. We'll talk about it. We'll bring it up. If it's like a web page, a video, whatever, we can just chat. It'll just be a nice casual stream like this where we just like chat about new stuff that was unveiled, anything you guys did at Gen Con Online. I'm literally just going to be going through the looking glass tomorrow and trying to see all the information about any new games I can find. I'm going to look through the store once it opens on Gen Con's website and see what new games are in there, if anything's worth adding to a cart and maybe buying to try to get on the channel. Or if I see anything new from any publishers that catches my eye, I'm going to try to reach out to those publishers, see if we can get some games on the channel before they're released or anything like that too. I'm going to try. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. But yeah, we'll just try it tomorrow. We'll see how it goes for Gen Con day 1. Because usually most stuff is announced the first day of Gen Con. Then day 2, 3, and 4 are just like playthroughs of those games, showing off new videos, people talking about those games. But like the first announcements always usually happen the first day of Gen Con. Just like E3, same idea for video games, like E3 when it used to exist. They would announce all the games the first day. You just get flooded with new games. Then the rest of E3 is all just seeing those games being played and stuff like that. And going deeper.
So Strange Solutions, I guess, asked this question before. We must have missed it. Well, third time's a charm for my question. Since the stream of Through the Ages, have you considered showcasing other medium to heavyweight games like Great Western Trail or Maracaibo?
Maracaibo, I looked at it. It was a game I saw talked about a lot after Essen last year. It was like the game that I heard the most of after, and I was interested in it. I looked at it. But some of these games, like, I know Euro games. When I got into the hobby, I was more into the thematic games. I'm more into like dudes on a map, attacking my buddies, very highly competitive games. Ameritrash games, as the kids like to call them. And Euro games weren't really my thing. And the first game that got me into Euro games was Scythe. Scythe, when I played that game, somehow it tricked me into moving around resource cubes, but they're nicer cubes, but it's basically cubes. But once I started collecting resources on a board, but I still was able to fight and worry about territory and area control and all these cool mechanics from games that I loved, but I was still playing like Euro engine building and stuff. And that's the game that kind of pulled me into like, oh, okay, maybe I like these kind of games. So I'm kind of still dipping my toe in that area, and I will try games like that. But we'll see. It just depends. The theme of some of those games just don't grab me. And I also want a game to be kind of more exciting on stream, and I see that happens. When I play a game with miniatures and fantasy theme, and I'm fighting dudes, and it's competitive or co-op, and we're adventuring against the boss or playing something full of rich story, more people watch. You guys are more excited. I see more likes. I see more comments. I see more views. More people watch, spend time watching those videos. We have more people in chat. But then when I play something like a little engine builder worker placement game, whether I'm by myself or playing with more people, less people watch that on my channel. I just notice my fan base doesn't really watch those kind of games. I'll still play them because it's Rob's gaming table. I'll play what I want to play and I'll try new stuff. And if it doesn't get views, it doesn't get views. I'll still play it again. Like Cloud Spire videos don't get many views nowadays when I was playing them last. And I just was like, okay, but I still want to play the damn game. I didn't care. I loved it. So stuff like that. Like, so you may see these games come out on the channel. I might be playing them in the background too, or might get a game like Great Western Trail, which looks awesome, by the way. That game looked really cool. But I just don't know if I got it, and it would take me forever to learn to play it. I have to find people to play with. And I don't know enough about it, but big games like that, it just takes a while to learn and get on the table, and I don't know. Anything's a possibility, but more zombie wolves, yeah.
Conjure's asking, will you be streaming The Looking Glass?
I might do that. I was thinking about doing that tomorrow, but I don't know if it's just going to be like boring, like clicking through, but like we can discuss it. I thought it would be a cool thing to do. I talked about it today with Mel. I was like, maybe I just go live at 12, assuming their website doesn't crash.
Well, I guess if you did it at 12, you could do the opening ceremonies and everything too, right? You can watch opening ceremonies and then do the Looking Glass because that's at noon.
True. I might do it, but I was also looking forward to just enjoying Gen Con. Like right at noon, they have the opening ceremonies, like you said.
Yeah.
All their stream channels, they have channels focused mainly on board gaming and stuff. There's like live Twitch channels and stuff that Gen Con's streaming all week. Then there's Chip Theory Games is doing live streaming all week. There's so many streams I want to check out that I'm going to have to watch a lot of it later, like next week, which sucks. But I'll probably stream like for an hour or so. We'll do the Looking Glass thing and tomorrow at noon. And we'll just click through and see what it's all about. Look in the store, try to see if there's any new cool games, anything announced that way too. And then we can talk more about it in the evening. But yeah.
Travis is saying Nemesis ?
Oh, John's here too. Yeah, Cloudspire was the game that got me interested in your streams too. I know.
Oh, that's awesome.
I knew that, John. I knew that. And I love playing it. I'm going to be playing more Cloudspire on the channel. Don't get me wrong. Like the expansion, I've kickstarted it. It's coming. And I can't wait for it. And I want to get Portal Seeker still. I see my local game store has it in stock now, Board Game Bliss. So the next time I put together an order, if it's still in stock, I'm putting Portal Seeker, it's Portal Seekers, right? The first expansion?
Yeah.
Which I don't have still. I want to throw that in there, and I want to get more Cloudspire on the channel. I've already been talking to Mel about wanting to do a big Cloudspire stream again, just because I missed the game and I want to play it some more. So don't worry, there's more Cloudspire coming. I'm just saying, some of those videos were just not getting views, and I was like, oh. But I'll still play it. I don't care.
You still like it, yeah.
Yeah. So,
This should be an easy one for you. John G., have you played the Killforth games?
on one of my board game tables upstairs, let's just say Shadows of Killforth is all set up and ready to go. I've read the rules. I just have not had a chance to get time to sit down and play it yet. But I do want to play that. Look for a stream probably next week, if not the weekend after Gen Con. I want to learn it myself solo and then teach Mel. And then I want to see how it is co-op and how it is solo. Make sure I have it all down. And then we'll do some streams. We'll do a solo stream for sure and a multiplayer stream for sure. The game looks sick. And based on the rules and based on watching Kanje's stream in the chat, it looked like a game that I'd be interested in. But I still have to play it myself to find out if that's the case. He made it look good, though. Kanje Studios in the chat made it look good.
Yeah, it was definitely good.
He sold me on the game, for sure.
And you explained it very well, too, Kanje.
Yes, he did.
I was
Yes,
able
he
to
did.
follow along for sure, and I didn't know what I was doing.
Yeah. And
So-
I have Shadows of Killforth only, but eventually I'll have, if I like Shadows of Killforth, I'll grab Gloom of Killforth, too, and we'll go from there. But, yeah.
So it's funny, Dragon's saying can't remember what he was looking for when he found our channel, and then there's a whole bunch of people that are saying Gloomhaven was how they found the channel.
A lot of people found our channel from Gloomhaven. Yeah, we
Yeah.
were streaming that whole series, and we were just getting tons of comments during it, like, "Oh, I love what you guys are doing. Found your channel. Love what you guys are doing." And it was great.
He's back on. What does that mean?
Oh,
Twitch feed is up again, says
look
Mark.
for it on YouTube soon. It said right there.
Oh, so maybe he just came on to say that?
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah, they're offline. Okay. Well, I mean, depending on how long this goes, we might be able to just... we can't watch it on YouTube, can we? Same thing?
Yeah. I can
Okay.
bring it up. But they're gonna have to record it and upload it. Wait for it to
Oh,
process.
yeah.
It's gonna be ready in like 2 hours probably, and who knows how much longer was left.
Yeah.
Just looking at the chat from the other stream.
Yeah.
You guys can see it, or maybe not. It's kind of small. Let me see if I can. Whoops.
Whoops.
Oh man. Oh wait, 10. What?
Sorry, so then let's see. Kanje found us through Great Wall. Oh, that was fun, yeah.
that's
And
cool.
Heather through Tainted Grail.
Oh, that's cool. Both Awaken Realms games.
And sorry, how was your year of gaming full time? How's that been going? Says Bickwick. Bickwick. Sorry.
It's the year is now. In 1 week. It'll be a full year doing this full time. It's been more stress than I expected. It's been fun, but like I've been super satisfied with how the channel's growing. Like the support for the channel, like in the first 2 months of doing it, I was worried. I was super worried that I was gonna just do it for 6 months. Because I'd saved up a bunch of money and made sure that I could do it for 1 year, even if it wasn't really growing that well, and I'd try my hardest to try a whole bunch of different things. But like literally the first like week when I was just streaming a bunch or posting a bunch of videos, just doing more content on the channel more regularly, I showed Mel and I was like, yeah, this is crazy. Look at how many more views we had. Look at how many more likes on the last 3 videos. Look at how many more subscribers have shown up. Hey, we just got a whole bunch of Patreons. Like, what is happening? Like, wow. It's like, it's true. You put more time into something, and most of the time, if you're doing it right, it will come back. So it has been going good, better than I expected. So that's great. So I'll keep doing it as long as the support's still there and I can continue doing it. So it looks good for the rest of this year. And I should be able to go past the new year for sure. So we hit a goal on Patreon of, it was 300 US. As long as that stays there, at foreseeable future, I should be able to keep doing it and to afford to keep doing it and still buy games and still upgrade equipment every so often, not as fast as I used to. Obviously not working in IT. It's definitely don't make as much money, not even close. But I just make budgets and try to, I don't order games as much, but I do save up things and try to be more efficient with things, and I ask publishers more for games and that kind of thing to get on the channel. So I'm trying to be like very budget friendly so that I can keep doing it full time and keep growing it. And eventually, as the money gets better, it just means I'll have more games to play on the channel. I can upgrade equipment more often, and I can go back to that kind of stuff. And then also travel to conventions, because that was another thing. I was not going to go to any conventions, but because the support was good enough, I have the funds now. We could have gone to a cheap hotel and went to Gen Con Origins, and PAX Unplugged this year was supposed to happen. The pandemic came though, unfortunately. But we hit goals on Patreon that helped us save the money to book those hotels and that kind of thing. So I appreciate all your guys' support. It all goes back in the channel, almost like 100% of it. Because Mel is awesome and keeps working. And the savings that I had and the investments that I did have kept us fine. So I haven't had a dip in any of that stuff. So I do appreciate all the support that you guys throw our way to help us out. So yeah, it just keeps me doing this full time. Worst case, if you guys don't want to support the channel, don't feel obligated. It's all good. I would just go back to get another job. No problem. I've had job offers come in through this whole process. I still get emails saying, Rob, when you coming back to work? Rob, I have a place that wants you to hire you. Rob, I want you to come work for my team. I get these contacts all the time. So no fear. No fear. I always have a backup plan. It's all good. And I would still keep doing this as like just a hobby though. I'd roll back, maybe do it only ever on weekends or one evening here and one evening there. It's hard to work full-time job and do this stuff. But this has been awesome. I should go back.
No, it's not.
I should go back to this. What, sorry?
I was going to say, it's not hard because I work a full-time job and I do this and it's fun. I mean, for you, on the other hand, you're doing more of the technical stuff.
What
it's
the
harder.
hell? You just
harder
come
for
down,
you.
put on the microphone, and you just start going. Who do you think sits down here all afternoon making sure it's all
I know.
working first?
Setting up the games,
Yeah,
cleaning
I
up the
guess
games.
You see me running around like stressed out. Like,
I'm
we're
totally-
going live in 5 minutes, Mel. What the hell?
No,
This is not working.
No, I'm totally joking. Totally joking with you.
But I appreciate Mel. Since she's been working from home, she's been able to spend more time with me because she is here already. She doesn't have to drive home. And if she was at her job by the time she got home and everything and did her evening stuff, she wouldn't be able to join me on evening streams on the weekends or weekdays.
Yeah, or once in a while because it would be later.
Maybe not even. Like, you just wouldn't have time in your evenings because you'd be coming home so much later from work. So hopefully she doesn't have to go back to the office too much. But if she does, then yeah.
That's okay.
She's there for moral support.
Yeah, they're asking for my perspective on how this year has been. Is that what you're asking? Well, I think it's been amazing. I think that the channel has grown way more than we ever thought and faster than we thought.
Yeah, that's cool.
And the community is amazing. The people in our chats, the people that comment on our videos, the people in our Discords, everybody is so nice. The messages that we get, it's so nice. I think it's been fun. Obviously, or else I wouldn't be down here with them as much as I am. I love it. Yeah. I love chatting with you guys. And especially too with the pandemic, it's been hard, right? For everyone. Everybody's stuck inside. Everybody is away from family and friends. And this is a way for us to still chat with people and still feel like we're hanging out with people, even though we're just sitting in our own house and you're sitting in your own house. So I think it's been amazing.
Oh, thanks, Rory, for the kind words. Hey, you guys are too nice. And another thing,
Yeah.
you guys say too many nice things, and I'm not a good one to take compliments. So don't take offense if you guys say something nice to me and I just don't really reply. I'm not one to toot my own horn ever. I'm just not that type of person, so it's hard for me. But yeah, I do appreciate all the kind words. You guys like melt my heart all the time. I'm just like floored all the time.
Oh, and then they're asking if it's okay that they ask what I do for work. Yes, I work in research. I work in a hospital, and I work in blood transfusion research.
So she's working on like COVID-related stuff right now.
Yeah, so I'm working on a study right now, actually, for COVID-19. So, very busy,
Yeah.
which is great. Yeah.
Marcus, finally my internet's back. Did I miss one? Yeah. Do you live near FFG? Because they had internet problems too. They killed their stream, and they're going to be posting it later on YouTube. They couldn't keep it going.
Locator Gaming. They even help let people know when their pizza is ready. That was so funny.
Heather says you created one of the best communities. I didn't create the community. You guys created
Yes,
the community.
you guys
That's
did.
all on you guys. I'm no good at that stuff. Mel says you should make a Discord. People do that. Then you can chat. Because I was like, I want a way to chat with people.
So did I.
But not while
Yeah.
I'm like playing a game. It's hard for me to have full conversations with you guys who love this hobby also. So I was like, I can't do it through email. I'm not going to do it through like Facebook page or something like. And she's like, you should check out Discord. And I was like, oh, I've used stuff like Slack before. And there was another one I used that was like Discord before at work. But yeah, she was mentioning Discord. People do it with Patreon. And I was like, oh, that's a reward we could do. Oh, let's see. Oh, yeah, you can connect it and everything. And I was like, that's a perfect way. If somebody supports the channel and they like doing what we do, I assume they're heavily into board game hobby. That's a place where we can chat. The messages are there. I can check them whenever. Go in and have conversations. Post and share stuff. It's awesome. I love it. But man, I go in there and it's you guys that are feeding that. That's not me. I go in there and I'm like, I feel like I'm out of the conversation. I'm like, oh my God, they're having all this chat. This is crazy. I thought this would like, I thought I would have to be driving it all the time. But I was like, man, you guys are the awesome community. I feel bad. I wish I could do more. I'm like busy all the time. And like, I start sitting in there and I'm like, oh crap, I'm running out of time. I'll be streaming at this time. I have to get this ready still. And I need to read this game. I want to schedule it soon. So it's like, but I put that pressure on myself to try to like keep getting more content, keep learning new games, and keep trying to change things on the stream. But yeah, that's all you guys, Heather. That's not me. That's you guys that built that community.
Yeah,
I appreciate that. And Conjay and Dragon, all you guys are hilarious. I love you guys all in the chat. You guys are awesome.
Yeah, I think it's amazing how someone will ask a question and it might be directed to Rob or I, but it may not. It may just be an open-ended question, and everybody in there just answering everybody's questions, helping each other. It's awesome.
So Rory says, no pineapple pizza talk. I went to bed starving last night.
Oh, so did he.
We went for a walk last night. My daughter wanted to go out before the stream. We only had time. I went out for a 20-minute walk before our live stream because she wanted to do the Pokemon Go thing and we wanted to get some exercise. So I said we'd go after the stream. It was later. The stream went longer than I expected. But we went out for a walk last night to go do some Pokemon Go stuff with our daughter around the neighborhood. And I could smell like the restaurants nearby and stuff that were still open. We could smell the food. And all that talk about pizza and wings and pineapple pizza, it was killing me. I was saying it to Mel. I was like walking around like starved. My stomach was growling, but I'd eaten dinner and everything. I didn't need food, but my mouth was like watering. I was like, damn, those guys talking about wings and pizzas and stuff in the stream.
It's so funny.
Board Game Berserker's back. Hello.
Hello.
I haven't seen you in a while. Did FFG get bought again midstream? Yes, they did. No, we think it was Wizards of the Coast was hacking them when they started talking more about Keyforge. So they were like, nope, no Magic competitor. Get out of here. We're going to take you down.
Then just a couple nice comments that people are saying. So Mark M., you are the only YouTube channel that really got me interested enough to support through Patreon. We really appreciate that, Mark. Thank you so much. And then Mike Shade here. I agree, the Discord is great. Became a patron on a whim to check out the patron, and I'm still here. Sorry for that, LOL.
That's something though. Mike is our biggest Shade in the chat. He is our biggest supporter on Patreon currently. And I just want to say something though regarding to that, Mike, and anyone who supports us. If for some reason you cannot, it's okay. Like, don't feel like we're gonna be upset if you stop backing us on Patreon or can't, or like lose your job or something happens, or can't support us for a while, or don't want to support us ever again. It's okay. You can still show up in live streams, chat with us there. No offense will ever be taken. I just want to say that. That's something I've been thinking about lately that I want to say. I just didn't know how to say it. But yeah, I appreciate all the support on Patreon. Don't feel like you guys have to at all. But those who do, you're awesome. Thank you for supporting us. But if you can only support for like 1 month, because I know Patreon's like a subscription kind of thing. But if you're like, oh man, I can support for this month, but I can't for the next 6, and that's fine. That's I don't care. Don't ever think that if you can't be in our Patreon or our Discord that I would ever be upset, or if you came back later, or you're just in chats. So any of those in our Discord, and you feel like the Discord or the voting or just anything like that isn't enough, and you don't want to support us anymore that way, just being here watching the videos and chatting with us on live streams, that is still cool. Like, don't ever feel that you would offend us in any way. I just want to say that. But yeah. So don't feel like I felt bad with the whole Discord thing. You guys are all building a community in there, but it's behind like a paywall. So it's like goes against everything I believe in. It was just meant to be like a little reward that you guys could access us more than just when we're live.
Right.
That was the idea. So, or if I had an idea, I want to bounce off some people that love the channel. I want to make sure I can bounce that idea off them. And like, I've done that through the polls where I'm like, I want to play this game, this game, and this game. And then I put it in the poll, and one game, just the game I thought that you guys might like, don't even vote for it at all. That's my way of bouncing ideas off you guys, and that helps me out a ton. So...
So just along that, Dragon is saying, same Mark, only support Rob's gaming table at this time. That's so sweet. And, oh, it just jumped on me. Brian says, I only support a few people. Conjay recently replaced one of my previous supports. That's awesome. And then, oh, sorry. And then, but Rob's gaming table has my highest pledge. Oh, we appreciate that so much. That you guys are amazing. And then a funny question here. So Janet's asking, so are we all eating pizza on Friday during the CTG broadcast? It's doable.
We could.
We could, but I don't know that anyone wants to watch us eat on stream.
You can watch us eat, but I'm muting the mics for sure. I don't want anyone to hear our lips smacking while they're trying to talk about their new IP.
Yeah, we definitely can do that.
I was gonna do popcorn for fun, just
Pizza
pop
party.
some popcorn and have like a container
Oh,
here,
yeah,
and then like, but keep it off camera. And then when the stream started, I was gonna start eating it and get you guys laughing, but I forgot to do that, and then we started going live.
Oh, and Alexander Hines is here. Hello, Rob Mel. Been a long time for sure.
Whoa,
Definitely been a very long time.
Alex, how are you, buddy?
I
can't, man. The chat's going too quick.
I know. I have to stop it up here.
Where are you, Alex? Oh, there he is. There he is. Yes, long time no see for sure.
Definitely. I mean, I see you
sure.
sometimes around at work, but not lately. That's for sure.
Yeah, not lately. Everyone's working from home.
Yep.
Yeah, I miss you, Alex, for sure. Yeah, I miss Game of Thrones card game too.
Yeah.
I miss lots of stuff. I miss going to board game stores. I miss going to board game cafes, playing with people in person. Yeah. Yeah, your kids. I'm as well as can be expected with 3 kids, 5 and under at home.
Wow.
I don't know how you do it, Alex. I don't know how you do it. Yeah, you and your wife, I'm sure, have your hands full. But at some point in the future, when the world is kind of ish back to normal, I gotta have you over for another board game session for sure. We gotta get together for that for sure.
Final's super funny. I'm only keep supporting Rob because I forgot my Patreon password. Joking.
Excellent.
That's awesome.
And don't ask me for the phone number to Patreon support. I won't give it to you. They don't exist.
12-hour stream pizza party. Oh my goodness. I can't eat pizza for 12 hours.
The popcorn would have been more entertaining than FFG announcements. Yeah, that was pretty rough.
I'm still trying to catch up on this. Wednesday night wings night on Rob's gaming table.
Guys are hilarious.
Oh my gosh. Heather, you guys are the only channel that I've seen support their supporters as far as promoting their channels. Oh, and we love to do that because we love to support other people, and we're not the only YouTube channel out there.
I just think that's a nice thing to do.
Yeah, there's lots of great videos and channels out there. I
always thought that's just a nice thing to do. I know I started out like, I don't know what it was, 6-7 years ago when I first started YouTube. Some of those videos I took down, but I've been doing this for like 6 or 7 years. And I know at the beginning, I was super self-conscious. I had no good equipment. I didn't know what I was doing. Mm-hmm. I've spent probably 1,000+ hours researching equipment, trying different techniques, buying new cameras, trying out things, buying stuff that doesn't work, buying portable versions of equipment for going to tournaments and live streaming from tournaments and stuff. And all that was just a hobby. I was just doing it as a hobby for fun. But I know it's hard to get started. And sometimes you just got to start. And I know you guys are spending the time here, and I appreciate your support. I appreciate you just sitting here spending time with us. So if you guys want to start a channel, like, the best thing I can do is just direct people to you. But
Yeah.
yeah.
And we want to watch as well.
Yeah, and we'll watch too
Yeah.
when we have time. But like
Yeah,
obviously
I mean-
running YouTube channels, you guys know who now do it, like Conjay and Locator.
You can't be in everybody's
It
streams
takes
all the
some
time.
time to do this stuff, that's for sure.
Yeah.
And always keep improving and always keep trying stuff. And try stuff different too. Just do different things.
Yeah.
So Alexander says, so given I missed the beginning, check the stream in retrospect. What was it you were hoping for from FFG's in-flight guys? I mean, obviously hoping it worked.
Well, I guess that was the main thing, hoping it worked.
I just want to see anything from the board game space. I was excited for whatever was coming next for Descent. I know in the past they talked about something big coming for Descent, and the assumption is like it's somebody said the name of what had leaked, but there's like Descent 3.0 or something coming, or something along that lines. I want to see what they're going to do with that IP. But just anything new. Like last year they blew us away with Marvel, the Marvel license, and coming out with Marvel Champions. And I love that game. That's an awesome game. So I was excited to see maybe they come out with some Marvel board game or something that would be better than Kamon's Marvel game. I don't know.
Or maybe a whole
Marvel
new game
United
that we're not even thinking of.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, or a legacy game of some cool, like Arkham Horror Legacy or some crazy thing that they do, and just make like a legacy version of something, or try their space in that.
So Mike Shade is saying one of my gamer goals is to say hi to both of you at a
saw
con
that.
sometimes. Well, that is
Yeah, that will happen, Mike.
something we would love to do as well.
If we ever have board game conventions
Yes.
again, that's for sure. We're gonna
Yeah.
go to at least 3 a year. I'm gonna try to get to Origins if it ever happens again, Gen Con, and PAX Unplugged.
Yes.
Those are the 3 I want to start going to every year. And
And have
if you can get to any
meetups.
one of those, we
Yeah.
want to do meetups at them and whatever. So
Yeah.
let's see what Alex said. Legacy Arkham. Yeah, just something like crazy. Like I just want to see FFG do something cool with their licenses. Like a new set for Keyforge is interesting, but it's like that's not exciting anymore. I want to see something cool.
So Locator Gaming saying, I need the courage to add a face cam. You can do it. I was terrified.
Well, we've never seen his face, so don't give
No,
my
you can do it. You can do
Just
it.
kidding. Only getting Locator. Only
When I was when Rob first put a camera in front of us, it was like, oh my God, I can't do this. And I couldn't do it in the beginning. I was terrible.
whatever. You just have to have thick skin and not give a
Now
crap.
I just don't
like,
care.
Whatever.
Yeah, people can say
Who
what
cares?
they want.
Who
I don't
cares?
care. But yes, it is
Sometimes the
daunting.
internet can be losers and say mean things,
Yeah.
but like, whatever.
Yep.
Just don't lose sleep over it. You just have to have thick skin. It's all
Yep.
good. You'll be fine. Hey Mel, if you can get a vaccine made, can you send me one to Boston? Pizza will be on me.
So I'm definitely not involved in making vaccines, that is for sure.
Yeah.
But I apologize.
Yeah, Kanji is right. Seeing your reactions, Locator, just having a face cam would be fun. Like,
Yeah.
like live frustration is a fun thing to watch. I even like rewatch some of my streams to check for quality and sound and stuff after, and I'm like watching my own reactions, and I'm like, yep, I remember how that felt when I flipped that card or rolled those dice. Yep, I remember how I wanted to flip the table, but I didn't.
Sean is saying, I found you guys looking for Dark Souls, the board game, during the lockdown. You have kickstarted my love for board games. So now I have a
wow.
collection of board games I can't play with my friends. Uh-huh.
Soon.
Soon, yes.
Soon you will be able to.
I still am not even caught up to the beginning. Holy.
Another thing is find a significant other who will play board games and lock them down. That's another thing. If your current significant other won't play board games, you need to look for a new significant other. That's a pro tip for you. And then if you have children, train them from a very young age. Start throwing board games at them for entry level. And when a game says like for 6+, play that with your kid when they're like 3. And so that way when they're like 8, they can be playing games that are like 14+. That's my pro tip to you.
Yeah. Yeah. Spencer's saying, if people are negative towards you, 9 times out of 10 they're jealous.
Oh, yeah.
You're actually going for something. Yep, that's true. Exactly.
Yeah, I get that. I had that at first where it kind of bugged me a little bit when I had people come in the chat and stuff and tell me like get a real job and
Yeah,
you
but
know, stop asking people to support you and that kind of thing.
yeah.
Like, I get those comments every now and then. It's like,
yeah.
okay, that's fine. Like, I don't want to ask people to do it, but it's like the reality is, if you want to spend all your time doing something like this, it's not free. It's definitely not free.
But in a way, we're also just mentioning that it's an option for people
Yeah,
that
I'm
don't
not forcing
know.
anyone.
Yeah, we
That's
don't.
like I said. If
you
we
wanna
can't
watch?
if we can't get the support to keep doing this full time for myself, then I just go back to work and I do it part time. Mm-hmm. It's not an issue. That's not an issue at
Yep.
all. No pressure. No pressure.
Brian is saying, "Whoa, didn't realize you guys were so close to next Patreon goal."
We don't want to talk about these goals coming too quick.
I know,
I
right?
need to
They do
stop
come
doing
way
that.
too fast.
But yeah, I still have
But
to
the
do
next
last
one is kind of fun though. The next goal.
Yeah,
it's kind of similar to like what we're doing
It's
right
like
now.
the monthly thing, right? The monthly vlog.
Yeah, and I guess it would kind of be like this, except we wouldn't be watching an FFG live stream or trying to watch an FFG live stream.
We're
We would just
we're
be
just filling
talking
dead
about.
air now.
Yeah, we'd just be talking about whatever you guys want to talk about.
Oh yeah! Wow. Okay.
Oh, did we get? Oh, I don't know.
Yep. One sec. Let me check.
So I think that would be really fun. That was an idea that we kind of had when we were doing our 24-hour live stream, and people were talking about us just doing like a Saturday morning live show where we just talk to you guys about whatever
Yeah,
you
just
want
like
to
a
talk
monthly
about.
channel update,
Yeah.
live Q&A, kind of like chat about whatever's going on and
Yeah. So
just hang out and do like this, like just chat about whatever, and
yeah.
we'll come with some topics that we want to discuss or things that like don't fit into our format of live playing medium to heavy board games and like legacy story games and stuff.
Yeah. And as you guys know, because you guys are in our chats normally, there's lots of questions. Everybody has lots of questions about what game would you recommend? I like this game, or do you have this game? Da da da. So those would be the kind of questions that we could.
So I just want to say, we did get a patron like 20 minutes ago.
Oh, we missed it.
Raphael, well, because I turned off the alerts
Oh,
because
yeah, yeah.
I didn't want them coming up in the middle of like FFG talking or anything. I was worried like, if like we got a couple like chimes and the gifts coming up. But Raphael Paben, thank you so much for your support. If you're watching right now, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for becoming a patron, a supporter, tier patron of our channel. Thank you so much. Thank you. But the next goal is, it is the monthly update and Q&A live stream. I called it. I got to come up with a funny title or something.
We'll come up with.
We'll chat in the Discord about that one.
Yeah. So that's our next one, which will be really fun if we get that.
And then after that, I made a goal for Mel will create her yearly top 10
Oh, okay.
games Mel and I, will create our yearly top 10 games we love to play together kind of thing, or like something along those lines. Like, our favorite, like, not games for couples, but just games we like to play together. I don't know how you say that, but yeah, that's something like that, where we'll do a top 10 list like that every year. Something I've always wanted to do. We just never take the time to do it, but this will force us to do it. And the last one I have in there is Mel has been learning how to paint miniatures lately. She's been doing it when she has time, which is not much, but she has been doing it. And as you guys have seen in our Gloomhaven Jaws of the Lion playthrough series, she was painting some of that stuff and getting better at it. She's currently painting our Aftermath stuff for that playthrough series of that game by Plaid Hat Games. So she is going to, if we reach that goal, we're going to try it once before that goal though, where she just hosts a live stream, just painting and learning how to paint. And she's from a noob perspective, but if you guys know how to paint and can give tips, or if you don't know how to paint and want to ask her questions about what she's doing, she's been researching the hobby a little bit.
Yep.
But she wants to start painting. I've always wanted to have my miniatures painted when I play them on the channel. At least our characters. So they could look different and you could tell them apart when they're on a video feed. But usually we would just paint the bases a different color. That's as best I would go. And then with Gloomhaven Jaws of the Lion, I tried my hand at it. It was not that great. But Mel did it and it looked awesome. And she's learning better techniques. So if she's already painting anyway, and if you guys are willing to watch it, or anyone finds a channel and they're like, hey, I'll watch Mel paint, we're going to try it out.
Yeah.
If it's something nobody cares about, then we'll just change that goal to something else.
Yeah. That's okay.
It is there. If you support the channel, we get up to a certain amount, she'll start doing like a monthly or bi-weekly or something like that.
Yeah.
A painting stream where she'll just be painting stuff that will play through eventually on the channel.
Yeah.
Instead of her just painting, watching TV,
Yeah,
she can
exactly.
paint and we can chat with you guys. I'll be there in the chat and that kind of thing.
White Robin's asking, and when am I playing solo? I don't know.
Oh, see, that worked.
Oh,
Sean Thomas Vickers, thank you so
Thank
much for
you
becoming
so
a producer of Rob's Gaming Table. Thank you very much.
so if you have a Discord, make sure you link that so we can chat with you in the Discord. That is
Yes.
so awesome. Thank you.
Yes,
We don't
yes.
have the volume on that. I didn't hear that.
I heard it in my headphone.
Oh, I
you
took
don't have your headphone
no,
anymore?
'cause
Here,
I'm not-
I can make it work.
I'm not
this way.
listening to anything.
Yeah, since we're not listening to a live stream anymore.
Yeah. I just lost that. Where'd that go? Raphael said, I really enjoy this channel. I like that you do both multiplayer and solo playthroughs.
Yeah, that's
Yep.
what I try to do. I know there's channels out there that came out after us that did the solo thing. That has become a thing on YouTube where it's
Yep.
like playing solo, especially now with the pandemic. It's like more channels have been coming out doing that because that's some of the way only people can play. They can only play solo. So hey, make a YouTube channel, show off solo board gaming. It's been getting hot. So I've been excited to be able to play solo too. It helped me out doing this full time. At first, I was just going to do it full time and just make different kinds of videos. But then I realized, wait, I can still play through the games by myself and just play all the solo games. So that's been super helpful for me too, to just try games that would normally I would have to learn, teach like 3 other people, get those 3 other people to all have the same schedule, line up on the same night to come over and play. This way, some of these games, I can crack them out, play them solo myself, try them out, to see if I should even teach them to certain players or not, which I think is pretty cool. But yeah.
So Spencer's saying, wait, there's a Discord. I don't know how to tell you how to get in it.
Okay, Spencer, you need to go just Google connecting your Discord account to Patreon. You'll find a help page from Patreon that describes it for Patreon creators, but somewhere on that page, there's a section of how a user can go in a setting and turn on Discord, and it would automatically connect to your Patreon account, and you'll get pulled in our automatically you'll get pulled in if you're in the producer tier. This goes to anybody. If you're in the $5 producer tier, you will get pulled in our Discord automatically. And I'm a noob at Discord, so it's not the most fanciest Discord. If you've ever been in other channels' Discords and stuff, I'm like learning, and I'll get better at it. But yeah. I'm sorry, Spencer. Yes, you have to read. I'm sorry. Maybe I can find it here and put it in the chat, actually. Yeah, maybe I can find it.
And Starman2184 saying, hold on.
Oh, I found it
lost
right here. I'm going to put it in the chat for you, Spencer. One sec. And anyone else who's in our producer tier or is going to be a producer in the future, if you're watching this later, turn on the live archive chat and you'll see my post. Check out that link right there to how to get your Discord role. That should help you out.
Nice. Okay, so I found it again. Starman2814, Sorastro is great for painting. I have
Yes.
definitely followed.
Yes, he's cool.
Yes.
Definitely like the best. I think the best I've ever
Yeah.
watched. I've watched his channel for years now. I just love watching it, even though I don't paint or am no good at it. I watch him because it fascinates me. Like, they look so beautiful when he's done.
Yeah.
I love watching that.
Mike says, one of the benefits of Patreon is accessing their Discord channel. That's awesome. I'm glad you like that. Sorry, I'm just trying. Oh, okay. I was reading. Sorry, I was confused by.
His Bob Ross voice. Yes, he does.
Oh,
Yeah, it's a Cabra.
yeah. I was sorry. I was trying to find
I'm
Sacabra's
trying to catch
message.
up here too.
Yeah. Sorry, you guys are too fast for us.
Oh yeah, John's correct. Try to connect Discord to Patreon when you're on a PC or a Mac.
Oh.
Don't do it on your phone. Yeah, it's messy on the phone for sure. All that stuff related to Patreon's messy on the phone.
Yeah.
Discord sounds like something that isn't pleasant.
Oh, Oh, okay. So I think Sakabra's daughter's having surgery. I was trying to find that message. It jumped and now
Yeah,
I
I
can't
don't
find it.
see it
Okay, here we go.
either.
We're going to have to be down by you soon.
Oh.
TM
Oh,
for
there I
11.
see it.
Okay, there we go. Yeah, sorry.
For 11 years surgery.
So his daughter.
No date
Yeah,
yet,
but
but we'll see if timing works when the time comes. Oh, okay. Okay, cool.
Oh, I think I know where you're going.
Yep.
Okay.
Probably Mac Children's Hospital, I would assume. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, I hope.
Well, not cool, but
No, I
I
hope-
understand what you mean. Yeah, I understand what you mean.
I hope that everything goes well with that.
Yeah, that is scary for
Yeah. Yeah, whenever kids are having anything,
sure.
yeah.
Yeah, we have a daughter, 10-year-old. Man, like, yeah, she scares the crap out of me sometimes. Like, I don't know what I would do in that situation. At one time when she, like, broke her finger.
Oh,
or whatever,
my gosh,
she,
I
like,
know.
Tripped on the school bus and, like, broke her finger. That was rough for me. I can only imagine. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
And she only broke her pinky.
Yeah.
I can't imagine, like,
Now I laugh, but at the time I was
actually
like,
having surgery
what do
of
I
any
do?
kind.
Like, this is, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay. Okay, gotcha.
Oh, of course, of course.
Oh, okay, sorry. Yeah, I get what you're saying. Sorry, Sakabra.
Yep.
I gotcha. Yeah, my bad. It's all good. It's all good.
Oh, that is true. She is the role player champion.
For now.
Yeah.
For now.
Exactly. Exactly.
All right.
So I don't know, like, do we check to see if it's up? Like, do I go to their YouTube channel at all, or what?
Yeah. Just go to FFG's YouTube channel. I doubt it will be there yet. I don't think it's going to be like a tonight thing. Maybe if the fans are that rabid.
Yeah. Kanji says that angry face was priceless. Yes, it was funny.
Let's see. I don't see anything.
NY Colts 18. I'd rather be in Indy right now. Yep, so would we.
Yeah, don't get me started.
Yeah.
Don't get me
Yeah.
started. I'd rather be there than in my basement right now. That's
Yeah.
for sure.
That is true. We would too.
That's for sure. Yeah, I was talking about that stuff actually before the stream. That's thanks for that segue actually. Yeah, I'm just checking out Fantasy Flight Games website. But yeah, this week, like I was saying before on a previous stream, like Gen Con, I look forward to this time every year. I was getting a little depressed each week that got closer to Gen Con. Because this like weather, I've been going to Gen Con for so many years that this weather this time of year reminds me of prepping for Gen Con. I start to get stressed. I start to think about what do I need to prep, any new equipment I need to bring. Does all my portable filming equipment work? Which publishers do I need to reach out to in advance? What games are we looking for? What's our plan? Where are we staying? All that stuff. Who do we got to meet up with? All those crazy things. But this year it's just like, I got to cancel my hotel. That's my planning. So it's a little depressing. Like I look forward to this every year. Going down there, checking out Indianapolis, beautiful city, getting the food down there, going and meeting with people I only see there once a year. Meeting new people there,
Yeah.
checking out new games, the smell of the dealer hall, that new game smell. Oh my god, I love it. Getting a new hotness, trying out new games, seeing what's hot, seeing what people are all excited about, seeing the new things the publishers bring, hitting up a tournament, playing in a tournament, seeing how far I can get, meeting other competitive players of Keyforge or Game of Thrones a card game or Warhammer or L5R or whatever I was playing at that year's Gen Con. Sometimes multiple of those games. Jumping in an event for Lord of the Rings LCG, all these crazy things we did in the past. I love it.
Yeah.
I'm a bit surprised FFG hasn't made an official announcement on Twitter. Seems like something to get ahead on. I guess if you don't tweet about it, you can pretend that didn't happen.
True. And
Well, I think they're probably prepping. I guarantee you, Brian, that they had tweets ready, articles ready, all this stuff ready to go live, just like Apple or whoever does a press conference. Sony does a PlayStation press conference. They have all this multimedia, YouTube videos, they have website articles, they have blog posts, they have NDAs, embargoes, all this stuff that lifts exactly when the presentation's done, and then you'll see it spread out across the internet. So I bet they have tweets locked and loaded, but they can't send those tweets out. I bet they were actually panicking, running around to stop that stuff from happening.
Oh, yeah.
I bet they were like calling marketing people at home that are waiting there to click a button to make a tweet go live or a website page go live. I bet they were calling all those people and saying, don't, stop. Like, panic ensued. I guarantee panic ensued. Because they probably have stuff. I'm surprised they didn't put anything on the website yet if they did.
Well, I'm sure that still takes time to write something up and...
Well, no. It would have already been written. They prep all that stuff.
Oh, I thought you were
months
talking
ago.
about just that.
No,
this
even
thing crashed
like the new stuff about Armada and stuff. Like any Star Wars thing, the Legion stuff they were announcing, anything. But the last article was from yesterday on their website. So,
But I wonder if they'll just post them all tomorrow, because I wonder if they feel like like everyone initially thought, oh, we're going to watch this live and then everything can go live, like you're saying. But now that they're going to post this whenever on YouTube, they don't know when people are going to watch it. So some people may actually hear about things via Facebook, via Twitter, via, I don't know, what other platforms, anything, Instagram, whatever, instead of actually seeing it for themselves first. So I guess you have to stay away until you watch it.
yeah, that's true. That's true.
Which is annoying.
The smell of new games and BO. Correct, Sakabra. Hey, Xie, how's it going?
That's funny.
Spencer says, my first year really into heavier board games. My ma lives a few hours from Indy. Was stoked to go check out the con, perhaps next year.
Oh, yeah. That's
We'll
too
meet up
bad.
next year, Spencer, for sure.
Yeah.
It's weird that I'm not too interested in FFG stuff right now. I'm more looking forward to upcoming Kickstarters for certain projects. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Kickstarters, if you're excited about new games and announcements, I used to sit there and just like wait for FFG to announce something every few months. But if you want new announcements and you're excited for Cult of the New and you need new games to be thrown in front of you and new shiny stuff, Kickstarter has that's the place for that now. So Gen Con, you will see Kickstarter. Oh, bye, John. See you later, buddy.
Hi, John.
You will see companies that are and publishers and small developers and stuff, or small designers, will be at Gen Con, and they'll be showing off their games coming to Kickstarter and stuff. That's one of the cool things I like about going to Gen Con for, is you find these companies have little booths, and they have a section at Gen Con of just booths of companies and small little guys that have never been to Gen Con before. And they get a tiny little booth, and there's like 3 little aisles and a little section at the back that's dedicated to them. And I love going through that area to see what new up-and-coming games are there and what new up-and-coming companies. And those guys end up becoming, a couple of years later, they're the ones that are like making big Kickstarters and stuff. It's pretty crazy. But yeah, if you want new announcements, just go log on a Kickstarter every day, and there'll be some new crazy huge board game from existing publishers. Dustin Smalley, thank you, if I'm saying that right. I'm so sorry if I'm not. Thank you
Thank
for
you.
becoming a producer of Rob's Gaming Table.
You guys are all so amazing.
Wow, thank you so much. Awesome. Now I forget what I was saying. Dustin, thanks a lot for breaking my train of thought. How dare you? No, I'm just kidding. That's awesome. Yes, the Kickstarter thing, that has changed the industry a lot, because Gen Con is where all the new game announcements were happening. But now it's like you also have new game announcements every week on Kickstarter. Mm-hmm. So it's like, has it killed kind of the new hype buzz from Gen Con? I don't think so. Because what I like is a lot of these Kickstarters that I choose not to back, that I'm not sure of, they start delivering, and usually the next Gen Con after a Kickstarter is delivered, or even if it's delivering around the time of Gen Con, some of these companies will have copies at Gen Con before backers even have it. Or they'll have it around the same time or slightly after. So I've been to Gen Con, and I've been able to grab like Cool Mini or Not games that were Kickstarted before I would have got them delivered if I backed it. Or sometimes I backed games, and then I'm like waiting for it to show up, and I'm at Gen Con, and there's the same publisher, has like 500 copies sitting there, and I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah.
Oh, see you later, Sakabra.
Oh, it's...
No worries. The Mrs. B Day and
Yes, go hang out with your
we'll
wife.
chat tomorrow. We'll be back tomorrow. Don't worry.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, we'll talk tomorrow after the first day of Gen Con.
Tell her we said happy
there's Dustin.
birthday.
It's our job to keep you on your toes.
Oh, thank you very much, Dustin.
Yes, thank you so much. So Heather, I do get contacted a lot actually for Kickstarter game playthroughs.
Yep.
Just not by like some of the companies I would like to do the videos for. So like when Awaken Realms reached out to me for Great Wall, I was like, Awaken Realms makes cool stuff. Yes. Like I looked into the game, they showed it off to me, and I was like, yes, I'll do that one. Euthia, I saw it, and then I was like kind of a little weary about it because the English wasn't so great, and it kind of scared me a little bit. But then when I actually sat down and read through the rules, they were a little rough at the first revision. Then I realized, wait, this is the kind of game I would like. So there are a few... oh, hey, Mrs. Sacabra.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Watching Netflix and also on iPad. That's awesome. But yeah, they are...
Euthia, you're talking about.
Euthia. Yes, Euthia. So certain games I get reached out to about all the time of doing playthroughs for. Some I say yes, but a lot I say no. Like, I look at the game and I'm just like, I don't know. I don't want to play like a not finished game or a not pretty game. Like, contact me when it's at retail or like you're finished with it. Because like, I want to play through final products. I've done playtesting before. I've played with beta projects. Same in the software world, but also in the board game world. I don't want to play with prototypes. I've tried it. I'm not a fan. But if the prototype's nice, like Great Wall was from Awaken Realms, that looked awesome. And Euthia, when they showed me that it was a full game, I was like, I'm in. So there's other ones that have been sent or been talked about, and those were. Hey Trey, how's it
Hello.
going? Long
Long time, yes. Probably since last Gen Con.
Yeah, probably since last Gen Con. Half of the in-flight report happened, Trey. Then their stream went down about 6 times, and they decided just to kill it. They're going to record the rest of it and post it on YouTube later. I don't know when that'll be.
Yeah.
But they were getting frustrated. Their stream kept crashing. Their PowerPoint was crashing the stream or something. It was kind of a crap show. But yeah.
I love how Mel keeps Rob on his train of thought. Yeah, sometimes.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to follow the chat too.
I know, me too.
I have the chat up on the screen now, on the big screen, so I can see it, but it's like I'm trying to follow along with it and then keep on my train of thought too.
Yeah. We're bad influences, Kate, and keep derailing. No, that's fine. Random comments, that's what this is.
This is just like an off the cuff. Now I don't know what. I thought we were going to be talking about cool new projects from FFG and reading articles and discussing stuff. And now I'm just like, I don't know what I'm supposed to talk about, but you guys are driving it. So it's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
Have you played Arena, the contest?
No, I reached out to them, but yeah, I didn't kickstart that.
Oh, I think I remember. I know what that is. Okay.
Yeah, I showed Mel and I was like, Mel, this is cool. And she says, yes. And I was like, I never heard about this. I only heard about it when people started getting delivered it off of Kickstarter because I don't follow Kickstarter that closely. I need to get better at that.
Yeah.
But then people started getting it and talking about how cool it was. So then I reached out to the publisher, but they just ignored me. And then they were in the middle of another Kickstarter when people hadn't even got their first Kickstarter. So I was like, I don't know about this, but yeah. Heather had it, but sold it.
Oh, okay. Okay.
It looked cool. It looked like something I'd want to try. But then I just, there's too many games. They just keep coming. And then if you pay attention to all the new stuff, it's like, my God, like, I do this stuff full time, like, and there's not even enough time to play the games I have. Like, I don't know. It's hard.
Jim saying, have you tried Heroes of Land, Sea, and Air?
No.
That game looks pretty, though.
Yeah, I've shown Mel that game at conventions.
It's beautiful.
I've wanted that game. I've held it in my hand at stores many times.
Yeah.
I've held it in my hand when it's on sale. And I was like, I want to buy this game. But getting all the players to play it around the table, I know you can play it solo. I know you can play it at smaller player counts. But I want to play that game with a high player count. And the problem is I worry that it wouldn't hit the table that often. But it does look amazing, Jim. I know.
Yeah.
I know. It looks amazing.
There are way too many games. Yes, exactly. There is.
Hey, Raphael.
Yes.
Thank you for becoming a Patreon. If you didn't hear me earlier, thank you so much.
Oh, yes. Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, yeah. You were asking about the Arena of the Contest. Yeah, I see
Yes.
you there. Okay, I get it. I get it now. I put the connection together. Thank you so much for the support. Yeah, with no Gen Con, NY Colts will save about $3,000 this week. That's true. Think of hotel, your food, your travel, and normally, yes, you eat while you're not at Gen Con, but the price of the food in downtown Indy, plus food trucks and stuff, Plus, if you eat convention food, which I don't advise you do, but sometimes you're in the middle of a tournament and that's the only thing you can get. Even the mall is a little pricey, but yes, the food down there is expensive. So you'll spend more on food, hotel, plus all the new games you buy, plus all the event tickets, plus all the merch you buy or anything like that. Yeah, Gen Con is a pricey week for sure, a weekend.
Yeah, that is true. We definitely found ways when we went to Origins. Was it Origins that we? I think so. Where we tried to purchase food in our hotel and then make it. And I literally like packed lunches for us every day. That was Origins that we did that, right?
Or Gen Con.
Or Gen Con,
I think it was
maybe.
Gen Con because it's right when I was starting to do this full time.
Oh, yeah.
And I said, I want to go to Gen Con still, but keep it as cheap as possible.
Yeah. And I would literally make lunches in the morning for us.
Yep.
And then I would pack them in my bag and we'd walk around with that.
Trey knows how to do
Yeah.
it too. People in tournaments taught me very early, like pack nuts and trail mix and stuff in granola bars or sandwiches and stuff in your backpack. And because you're carrying around a backpack usually or a bag to carry games in that you buy or games that you brought and then you want to play with people. So pack some snacks in there, pack a water bottle. You can refill the water bottles around the convention center. But that's how you stay hydrated, how you stay not hungry and eating crappy food at the convention center.
And you probably don't feel as bad.
Yeah.
Right? Eating bad food like that? Yeah.
If Gen Con was happening, I definitely would have done a tips video for things that I've learned from going to a bunch of Gen Cons. And I'm sure there's people in the chat that know, like NY Colts and Trey would be able to drop hints in there too. So
Brian said before we miss it, by the way, $7 more on Patreon and we can derail Rob and Mel like this once a month. Oh, that's how far we are from that goal? Wow.
No, we're not going to talk about that goal.
Oh my gosh. Got to go for a bit. I think my wife and kids are back with the hot wings. Oh, enjoy.
Stop. No food talk. Enough.
And then Vine was asking pizza stream on Friday.
Stop.
I don't know.
Stop
Are we
it.
doing pizza on Friday?
Yeah, Heather, they let you bring
yes.
fruit and drink
Yep.
in. Yes.
Yep.
Absolutely. I think in the dealer hall, though, you're supposed to not be bringing food and drink in the dealer hall.
Yeah,
That's open from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. And that's where all the sales are happening, all the booths are and stuff. But in the halls and in most of the side gaming rooms and the hotels and the stadium and in the gamer hall where all the games mainly are being played, the big open gaming hall, you can bring all the food in there you want and go crazy like everyone does it. It's all good.
Yeah. And then we went and I picked up the little packs that have like little broccoli and ranch and carrot sticks and put those in my bag as well. Yeah.
There it is now. I want wings.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah, you guys are
horrible.
terrible. Terrible. They have concessions in the dealer hall, yes. It's like, what is it? I don't think I've ever eaten any of them, but was it like nachos and hot dogs and pizza? Is
Oh
it
yeah,
like that
true.
kind of
They
stuff?
do have that stuff, Jim. Yeah,
Yeah.
you're right.
But we just would go to the mall.
Yeah, we go over to the mall if we needed stuff. But they do have that food place like in the middle, kind of under that escalator or whatever.
Oh yeah, and I think they have salads and stuff there, but I think it's very expensive.
Yeah, that's the problem. The prices is not the greatest,
Yeah.
but it's for convenience, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Right. Locator, I've actually heard that St. Elmo's shrimp cocktail is like amazing, and I love shrimp cocktail. I've heard that St. Elmo's is like amazing. I have heard that, but I've never tried it.
Janet says, thanks, Rob Mel. Gotta go beat some imps and zealots. See you tomorrow.
Yeah, no
Thank
worries,
you
Janet.
so
Thank
much,
you so
Janet.
much.
Good luck. Good luck.
I think we're gonna wrap this up now anyway. And yeah, so it's too bad we didn't have much to talk about from the FFG stream because it didn't really happen too much. They talked about a bunch of Star Wars games, kind of talked about the new set of Keyforge coming, and then started to talk about Arkham Horror stuff, but then the stream started to crash again. So they're gonna post all that stuff on YouTube later for those just joining us. And we're gonna be discussing all the new stuff now. But we have a stream scheduled tomorrow around 7:30 p.m. Eastern to just talk about day one of Gen Con Online, any new announcements that we saw that are interesting, and anything related to even the FFG stream. If they post more videos and stuff, we can talk about that stuff tomorrow in the stream about what they did actually announce board game related that we are kind of interested in.
Yeah.
And you guys can bring information. If you guys have any publishers that I don't know about or anything that I missed, bring it, and Mel and I, we can look it up, bring it up, talk about it. But it's just going to be a chat like this, just a casual chat where we just trade information, talk about stuff we saw, announce from different companies, anything we're excited about, and we'll bring it up tomorrow. And Jim is also mentioning, tomorrow morning, I'll schedule a stream for noon, most likely. 99% I'll do it. And we'll go through the Looking Glass for Gen Con, and when that goes live, and we'll look at how that all works. any new game stuff that's in there. We'll look through the Gen Con store and stuff when that opens and kind of see what that's all about. So we'll just see. It'll be just a casual kind of off the cuff stream. We'll do that tomorrow. So tune in around noon Eastern for that. It should pop up on the channel in the morning. Yeah. So I don't see why I couldn't. I'll just do it the same way as this. So, but yeah. So we'll be back tomorrow with at least one live stream, maybe two. But thank you everyone for your time. Thank you for watching. I wish we had more to talk about related to this Fantasy Flight game stuff, but we should tomorrow. And then the next day on Friday will be Chip Theory Games unveiling of their 2020 Kickstarter. We'll do the same kind of stream for that. That's at 5:30 p.m. Eastern, where we'll do a little watch party like this. They'll unveil their new goodness. Hopefully their stream doesn't go down. And then we can discuss it afterwards and all get excited and all get hyped for their Kickstarter later this year and their new project. But anyways, thanks a lot for watching and joining our stream talking about pizza and wings. And I hate you guys. And we'll see you in the next stream. Bye-bye.
Bye.